Michael hashtag, hello. Michael asks, how's things, Mike? It's really hot here today in County Durham, 29 at the minute. Yeah, you've got it warmer there than here. Can't complain, probably pitch down tomorrow. Well, at least you know that summer was a Monday this year. Now, folks, I am running a couple of minutes behind. Let me introduce you to my glamorous co-star. Here she is. Now, at the minute she's in the sun, that won't be for long. Just behind here I have the big concrete block that will support the parasol in English, sombrilla in Espanol. That'll go up in a moment. I haven't brought her water out yet, so I'm still running around with things to do. If you will just bear with me, I will go and do a couple of necessary things, and then I'll introduce the show properly. We'll make a proper start. Just give me a couple of minutes, folks. Maybe even less than that. I don't even know what I haven't got at the minute. Oh, I haven't got the sausages out yet. That's a thing. Let me do that. I've got to get the doggy some water and some food, and I've got to bring the sausages. I'm going to get the sausages and onions underway. For a quick cook-up. Have a look. Where have I hid them at? Whoa! The sausages have disappeared. Here they are. Oh, and I'll get a beer while I'm here. Hold on, let's do that. Where's that going? Okay. Sausages. There'll be water. And as if by magic, I went in one door and out the other. Here's some water from my Tina girl. Hey babe. No, you're not bothered about water just yet. How about some food? You'll take food, won't you? Here's the sausages that are going to go in fairly soon. Big old tub of sausages. I think these are from Josie. I could be mistaken, but I think that's where those came from. I've got to start with onions. I need to get this parasol set up, folks. Bear with me. I am here. I hope you can hear me. But I want to get my doggy out of the sun. Where's the extra? Okay. There we go. There we go, folks. Here we go. And maybe this will help me with shade on the camera. I can't see the screen at the moment. Have a look. That goes into there. That clicks down to there. That comes up. I have to get under. That goes up. And we go there. Why does that not feel secure? Down a little bit further. Okay. Feels like it's going to fall over. My imagination, maybe the base isn't solid. Can I get this Tina girl? Can we get this a little bit more over here, sweetheart? I can't get it on Tina around the table at the minute. As the sun goes around, that'll become better. But for now, maybe not so much. Okay, folks, let's start with the important stuff. Crack open a cold tinny. It is very warm here as well today. I don't think it's quite as warm as you guys in the UK. I think 27, 28 was the forecast. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is no good. Let me show you my, there's the parasol. I think it's repairable. Give me a second. Oh, okay, yeah, it took my click in the end. Give us a second, folks. Obviously I need to put a bit of attention onto that. Hook the little cups back onto the spines. If I can. I can. There's one. There we go. There's number 2. Okay, Tina. I'll try not to stand on you, babe. Baby tries not to stand on his girl. Oh, that's a little bit tight. There's another one. Can I get the last one? Look. This is going to be more of a battle, isn't it? I have to bend it a little bit. Like Beckham. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, it's close, but not quite. About a millimetre off. Oh, shit. Bit more, bit more, bit more. And yeah, look at it. Oh, okay, one more. I lost one while doing that, I think. I caused other failures. Here we go, here we go. Yeah. Okay, it's like I'm some kind of fucking hero. Right. Tina girl, how can we do this? I think, babe, you're gonna have to be careful and bear with me. Kind of trust me a little bit while I pick this fucking block up. Let's have a look. Hoorah! Hoorah! We're somewhere close there, folks, yeah? I don't think I can turn my screen up anymore. This is all a bit of a... I'm already running late. Let's have a look. No rush, plenty of daylight hours left. Keith, Sound of Nature. I have to get stuff. I have to get the sausages browned a little bit, cut up and put into the slow cooker. I've got to get the onions. I was thinking of caramelizing them, but I don't think I've got enough time. So I have to get some onions chopped and underway. Let me see if I can move that here. Okay. Am I a silhouette? I look like I'm just a silhouette. Once I've got a bit of prep work done, folks, I'll be able to sit down and face the right way and you'll get a better picture. Let me get some onions out. I've got a big red one. It's a little bit squishy. Onions. More onions. I was thinking 3 onions. So I got kind of a mixture here. That's a kind of a white onion. That's a brown onion, or maybe it's just an older one or the other. I got a red here. I'm going to get these chopped and prepped and ready to put in at least. I've got a number of knives. I don't know which is going to work best. Probably not this one. This one's been out all winter. Let's have a look. Top tail fell apart. Hold on. Can I get an outer layer off without taking half the onion away? I can. I haven't got a bag. I haven't got a rubbish bag ready just yet. Relax, you, Tina. You can drink it. You've got all day. You don't have to drink it all now. Let's have a look here. Okay. Well, the outer skin on that one's a little bit. What have I got in the way of bags? Oh, I don't have a rubbish bag. Okay. Let me bring that over. Chef treat. A little bit of raw onion while we work. That's a little bit slimy. Take a little bit more of that off. Whoa. That's not going well. The outer layers are moving about a bit too much. I'll come back to chat in a moment, folks. I just need to be a little bit careful not to take my fingers off at the minute. And it is a little bit of a rusty blade. Okay, Tina girl. Okay, that's one onion. That's one of the three. The red one. Now the lighter one. Tina girl, watch your water. Careful, careful. Let's have a look, folks. Let's have a look. This one hasn't got much in the way of a skin. Should be a lot less problematic than that last one. There we go. Whoa. Almost went deep there. Okay, that's got a little bit more brown on. Ah. Come on, you bugger. Got you. Got you. That bit looks okay. I'm late. I haven't checked my frying pan yet. I hope it's in a reasonable state. A bit more onion. Okay, folks, let's do the intro. The channel is Delta Mike, down and out in Torrevieja. Delta Mike, that would be me. Down and out in Torrevieja. Or down and out. Homeless. A tramp, a hobo, a vagrant. A guy who eats onion. Some might say a bum. Someone who lives rough, perhaps on the streets, or in my case, in a fucking field. And look how glorious the field is. It is in full bloom. This tree, this was a dandelion type thing when I first moved here. That was a tiny thing. Here's my tent and the tarps all falling apart. Here's my solar panels. And inside is my EcoFlows and my fridge. You just see in the doorway my fridge freezer. The bit of cardboard on the floor there is supposed to be blocking the sun from that. Let's just put that back. I don't like having the sun on my fridge freezer. And now I'm standing on my laces. Here's my parasol. Sombria if you prefer. And there's my doggy darling. And here's me about to finish chopping the last of the onions. Let me get on with that. Stop dicking about. It's topped and tailed. It's halved, it's peeled. Just waiting for chopping. If I've got room on my chopping board. I've chopped them a mix, some quite fine, some quite chunky. Like I said, I was going to caramelise them, but I haven't got 45 minutes to spare, so we won't bother. We'll just get them underway. A little bit more onion. Let me have a look at my frying pan. Oh, you got the light one. Lit. Oh, you are. There's my other lighter. Here we go. Right. I haven't got any oil out yet. Let me get my oil. Oh, bit of oil. Only the best for your favourite tramp. Bit of olive oil in the pan. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me put these on, folks, and then I'll sit and chat with you a little while. If I've got any onion left at the end of that. How did I miss that? Okay. Onions going in. Salt. I brought salt out here somewhere. Where would that be? I'm going to get these on. I'll look to the salt in a second. That's not sizzling yet. A little bit longer. A little bit higher. That means I can find the salt. What have I done with it? Come on, Tina, big bag of salt. What have I done? Oh, it's here under the cauliflower. Okay. Which is the part that's open? There, okay, that part. That part. Why are you not sizzling? Okay, that's starting. Okay, folks. Okay, so the aim is to get the moisture out of the onions. So a wide, shallow pan on fairly high. Some people will say to put a splash of water in the pan and cover to begin with. I'm not a big believer, but each to their own. You do you. Let me start to prep my cauliflower. I like the stalk is the best part of the cauliflower. If you don't let it go off. My cauliflower is a little bit aged, so I'll have to peel the outside of the stalk a little bit before I chop it quite finely. And in a while I might put that in with the onions just to get a head start on itself. Okay, I've topped and tailed that. There's a floret. Dropping bits on the floor, folks. Dropping bits on the floor. I didn't finish my intro, did I? I did Delta Mike down and out in Torrevieja. Torrevieja is a city on the southeast coast of Spain. A little bit touristy, but not in a youthful kind of way. It's not really a nightclub kind of place. It's holiday homes, second homes. A lot of people from Madrid. Torrevieja is kind of nicknamed Madrid by the sea by some people. The Madrileños, I guess, but that's the people from Madrid. Let me take half of those, have them that way. That way, a little bit more surface area and more of a bite-sized piece. I do like my stalk. Who misses? That's not what you're called. Before Farmer says it. Don't know if he stayed. He might have been a flying visit. It'll be early still in Canuckland. Are you still there? Let me just come here and see whether. Just popped in to say hello. I need to be off. Yeah, okay, Farmer. You've probably got work, haven't you, mate? So much landscaping potential there, said Keith. That would be, yeah. Let me just scroll back, make sure I didn't miss any. No risk, plenty of daylight hours left yet. Don't think I've pinned my begging message. Okay. Farmer says pound, smash, prod, press, push, punch, slap, chop, bump, tap, flick, kick, click, lick, rub, slam the like button. Consider subscribing, folks. Welcome everyone, everybody, everywhere. He welcomes me to my own stream as is his tradition. Mashtag Michael Mashtag. Hello everyone. Hope everyone is good. Defo weather. Here the UK have got it good at the minute. Love your freedoms, Mike. I try to love my freedoms. Atari, hello my friend. Hello all, just dropped in to give it a like. What a beautiful clear sky. I didn't notice. Well, it was, wasn't it? Let me, for anyone who wasn't looking, which includes me, I guess. There's the Mediterranean. Just let me see if I can zoom past the tree. Nope, I caught the what did I catch? I caught the chat rather than the. But there's the Med just over there outside my front door, just a couple hundred meters that way. It's even closer. It's even closer this way. Whoa, just behind these trees. But yeah, it's a lovely. I was about to say there's not a cloud in the sky, but then I saw one. Scotcho! Alert! Cumulo! Paula Fish, R.I.P. But yeah, there's my view, folks. There's as well as the field itself with my detritus and my water, and my front door. Solar panels resting against the chair, storage boxes. Yeah, that's where we are. Parasol. Let me zoom back out a little bit. And of course, oops, I'm standing on my own shoelace again. I've pulled it out. I need to refasten that. But of course, here, the star of the show, Tina Doggy Darling. Hello, baby. Hello, you. Okay. I'll come back to chat in a second, folks. I'm going to put the phone down and just check on the onions. Make sure. I did end up turning them up a few times. They might need turning down a little bit. Turn it back to me first. Did that work? I can't see a thing on this phone. That looks like it's worked, but it looks like I'm in total shadow. Did I catch the brightness when I was messing? No, I'm up full. I just can't see anything. Okay, I was in the middle of, I'm going to put stalks in with the onions actually. The cauliflower stalks, just get them a little bit of a head start. The florets don't need to worry about. I might not put too many of those in. Look here. steaming nicely. I won't turn them down just yet. Like I said, the aim is to drive the moisture out, so what else do I need? Okay, short little bit of sausages. I don't know whether that's a lot of sausage. I probably won't do all of that today. I might only do half. Then I'm going to need some Tupperware to store the other half. If we're going to open the pack. I won't open it yet. Flies. Okay folks, I think I can give myself a little bit of a rest. Take that little bit of stalk off the floret. Do that separately. Floret, stalk, piece of stalk. And again, stalk, separate the stalk from the floret. Just because I like it too much. There we go. Okay, sausage is next. And then we'll prepare the slow cooker. Just wave to the lady who's walking past. Morticia as I call her. What else have I got veg-wise? Oh, I do have cabbage. Okay. And I do have the sweet potatoes. Let me see whether I can rearrange things this way, folks. This might be a better angle for me to see things and for you to see me, perhaps. And I get to sit next to my doggy darling once I locate my cold beer. Okay, where are you? Oh, that's even worse, isn't it? Am I a silhouette there, or is that just that might just be my camera? Might be fine for you guys. Let me bring up chat. That was far more welcoming me. Let's tickle those numbers up, said Keith, son of nature. Everyone, hope everyone's okay. That was Michael Mashtag. Where they love your freedoms. Okay, I've covered those, haven't I? Atari just dropped in. What a beautiful sky it is. It's a lovely, you know, when the weather's great like this, it is fantastic. Chop away. That's me. Best you make too much, dish too big. It has to fit in the slow cooker. I mean, I have to be a little bit careful, otherwise I'll be left with stuff opened and not in use, or chopped and not in use. So lucky Mike, you found a perfect untouched spot. Yeah, once we got past the 2 years of police aggro, which got me a criminal record. Yeah, you know. You're so infectious, Mike. I want to run out with a tent and set up camp with a tent and set up somewhere. You should. With a beer. You got to have a beer, mate. It's very, very hot. And I'm not quite under the brolly properly because dog. She's not under it properly either. I'll move her, or I'll move the brolly. I was trying to catch the table to make it a little bit easier to see what's what. See whether I can just rearrange things here. I got my sausages stacked on top of some Tupperware, but if I can move these, there's a bit of veg here, I don't know what that's from. If I can move these, maybe, let's put them down here. Don't let me forget, I've put the sausages almost on the floor. If I can move this under here, I might be able to see it better. That's really not that much better. I've scrolled chat by accident. I am on full blast on the brightness, and I really still can't see it. Hold on. Love your freedoms. Just dropped in. Clear the kitchen tops. Stage set nearly. Yeah. My table. Hannah, hello. I didn't see that. You weren't there before when I just scrolled past, and I read the chop away from Atari. Bet you make too much, dish too big for you. Yeah, it's always possible. Now, if I actually manage to cook too much, that's not a problem. I've got Tupperware, I've got a fridge, I've got a cool box. It's if I make too much to put in the actual slow cooker. Don't forget, chuck the beer in the pot. It's not really a good kind of beer for cooking with. It's just a cheap lager. If it was a nice stout or a can of bitter, API? No, IPA. India Pale Ale, isn't it? If it was something like that, yeah, but no, I'm not going to cook with this rubbish. And I don't have any kind of wine or anything at the minute. I think I'm going to go, the base is probably going to be a tin of tomato frito. And maybe an extra carton of frito. Stuck on my back. Oh, there's a big plant. Probably going to be frito, and then I might put chicken stock in. The pork sausages, I assume. Yeah, cerdo. Butifarra fresca. Pig. So it's pork sausage. I probably only use half of that, to be honest. I might cook it all and then put half away. Put the other half in the slow cooker. Tomato base with a chicken stock, or maybe just a veg stock, not sure. I do have a bit of other veg to dig out. I've got a few peppers that are in need of using up. I've got some sweet corn as well, haven't I? Corn on the cob still. I'll slice the corn off the cob, and yeah, I'll do something. I'm sure I've got other stuff that I'm missing that I'm not thinking of. I do have salad stuff. That's not for this. Cucumbers. I've got lettuce. Obviously, that's not for this either. So looking like you find a perfect untouched spot. Yeah, you're infectious. I read that part with a bit. Tina might need a bit more shade later. She's gonna get some shade in the next 5 or 10 minutes. The problem is, if I move her forward now into the shade, she'll be where I want to stand when I'm chopping and prepping. So that won't be any good. So she's at the front half. Her head and her torso are in the shade. I could always just move it's this big cement block. I don't want to be messing around with that too near her, because if I get it wrong and put it on her paw, she'll feel it. I just need to go and stir my onions, folks. I guess I can take you with me. I mean, it's not a really cooking stream. I'm cooking while I'm chatting with you, but it's not a cooking show per se. What was that noise? Sounds like there was someone here. Let me show you the setup. There's the pan just down there. Hoping I've not... Oh, they are starting to caramelise. That's a little bit too high, too long. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move them this way. And the oil runs to the left there. There's a slight slope on the stove. I'm going to move them there. That's done enough for what I need. I'm not meaning to caramelise them. I'm going to turn that down a good bit, and then I'm going to get the sausages, folks. Hey Tina, people walking past. Hey. Okay, they've stopped. Let me come past, sweetheart. I'll go around this way. We're okay. Phone stand is pointing the wrong way. Shall we say hello to the peoples? Hola, buenos dias. Hello. Hello. How's that doing? Sausages. Esteranton, anybody? Sausages. That's life. Anybody remember that, or is it just me? I might actually, if I'm going to cook all of this, I might need to empty the frying pan first. Where am I going to put everything? I can't get the top is wet. I can't get a good hold. Let's see whether I can manoeuvre these. Get under there. Yeah, fizz. I think we're under. But not quite. Have to cut it. Okay. Cut away. Oh, you always end up winging it, don't you? Nothing ever goes fucking perfect. Let me see whether I can put some water into this Tupperware. Give that a quick swill. I might have to just put the onions into here while I do the sausages. Sausage. one big sausage. Who missed this? That's not why you're called. That's another farmer. I lined it up for you, farmer, if you're still there. One big sausage. I think what I'll do, I think I'll drag the knife across the middle of it. And that didn't really, I don't think that threw properly, did it? Okay, that one's ridiculously large for what we're wanting here. Hold on. That's okay, this one's too large. Let's cut that. Okay, those are all roughly speaking equal. Okay. I'll need to do this on my own, folks. I'll come back to you in a second. Onions into the Tupperware. Onions into the Tupperware. And then okay. Good. Oh yeah, that smell. That smell, onions just before they burn. Ouch, ouch. I need to turn that down a bit more. There. That one. Put it down some more, if you can. Okay. 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 Where's the lid for that? Oh, don't tell me you've got them fucked up. It'll be this, won't it? It'll be this one that you just put on the floor. God, no, it's not. That's nowhere near big enough. Ah! What have you done, you moron? Is it this orange one? Is it this orange? No, that's too small as well. Come on. I wash these, I always wash the lids at the same time. So it's got to be here or hereabouts, no? Or it's blown away in the bad weather. Oh fuck. Ah. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. It's gone wrong again, folks. It's gone fucking wrong again. Could you believe it? Where could it be? I've got no idea whatsoever. Is it you? Whoa! Is it you? It is, it's you. Okay! That's not too bad. Okay folks, are you still with me? Who's still here? Did I lose all the audience yet? I'm not wanting to cook the sausages fully, I'm just wanting to get them a bit of colour. But they are, it was a coil, so I'm only really going to be able to do two sides. I'm not going to be able to do kind of four sides as you might ideally like. Unless I can push them against the edge of the pan and the wall of the pan does them, like you try and do when you do your beef Wellington. Not that I've ever done a beef Wellington or I would ever be capable of doing a beef Wellington. Far too much skill for me, and certainly not as a tramp in a field. Okay folks, I don't think I've finished my intro properly. I introduced the channel, Delta Mike, down and out in Torrevieja. This particular show is my happy UnChristmas, or merry UnChristmas if you prefer. So Christmas Day it rained literally all day. I couldn't come out and cook. So a friend brought me a Christmas dinner. My friend Anthony brought me a Christmas dinner, and that was brilliant. But it kind of spoiled some of the fun of Christmas. I do like to cook a little bit sometimes. And so I promised myself on every day where I could, on the 25th of each month, I would try and get out and cook something and just do a meal and chat with you guys. And that's where we're at. It's the 25th of the month. I got last week, I had 7 bags of food dropped off. I've got 5 or 6 different lots of meat in need of using up. There was a possibility I might have gone to the shop and like bought some turkey or something. It's in the shop all year round here in Spain. Rabbit would have been another option, but I've got all this stuff. I've got this like large kind of Cumberland sausage type thing, this coil of sausage. I got another set of good sausages from my mate Ismo from Finland. He brought them all the way from Finland. I've got 2 lots of minced beef, and I've got a set of diced pork, a pack of diced pork. All of which needs using up in the next few days. It's going to be a mad... I'm suddenly going to have a protein in rush. After not eating meat hardly for the last, I don't know, hardly at all for a year. This next week, or I mean, I don't even think I better stretch it out beyond a week. It might not even get to that. Just got loads and loads and loads of meat to get through. I'm going to have to go and take a look at those sausages, maybe turn them over. Have I got tongs out here at the minute? I do own tongs. You'd be surprised at the stuff I own, folks, for a tramp in a field. So, for example, I have rings for doing pancakes or eggs, or Yorkshire pudding, whatever you want to put inside rings like that. I've got a box grater. Well, it's kind of an not octagonal, it's hexagonal. But it's got all the things. What else have I got? Over there I've got more rings, I've got more pans. I'm cooking in kind of what I think is a cast iron pan over there. It might not be actually. Not this one, that's another one. I've got lots of gear. There are some things that are missing, like I need a set of weight scales, measuring cups, measuring spoons. But I'm fairly well equipped overall. Multiple knives, ladles, serving spoons, slotted spoons. I got all the things. I'll bring you with me. I'll bring you with me while we go and look at the... let me pass Tina. We'll check the sausages. Oh, okay. Let me show you. I was just asking whether I had tongs. I do, but they've been out in the rain a little while. That's not going to be much use right now. Those need washing, clearly. But here's the sausages. Like I said, this is about browning rather than cooking. So they don't need to be out here forever. I'm going to push them against the outside edge of the pan to try and get the outside of the curl. I'm obviously not going to be able to sit them upside down on the curl. Maybe turn them a little bit. Oops, that went further than I imagined. Still, we're getting some browning already. Push it against the edge. I still feel like it needs to turn down a little bit. I'm just not sure how much further I can turn it. You can't see the flame in daylight. Where's the fucking flame? I don't know how far I can turn it down without it turning off. The slightest breeze, I will lose the flame. We can do that. We can put the lid over and do that when I'm cooking pizzas and things. I'm not sure whether that's the best thing to do with sausages. Sausages! If anybody remembers the dog on That's Life, probably about 1975. Whoa! There's all my shit on the floor. Most of that Tupperware has been washed. The funnel over there has been washed many times, but it gets blown around in the wind when we have a storm, and then it gets covered in all the red dust, and heavy rain will splash dust and dirt over it. So things, you see the Tupperware there with the blue lid, That was clean. All that dirt's on the outside. That's just from the rain. I haven't got... I know it looks like a big tent, but I haven't got storage space inside. Move umbrella to cover Tina. Or move Tina under the umbrella. Do you want to crawl forward a little bit, darling? Nearer to your water. Where's your belt? Hold on, let me get your belt and walk you forwards. Let me pick up. Move forwards. Move forwards. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit more, Tina. A little bit more. There you go, darling. Okay. There you go. I'll give you your water. You want water? I'll give you water. I'll get some more in a minute as well when you finish that. That's my girl. I think I need to go and get a beer soon as well, folks. So the next job after the sausages, I'm going to put some of the cauliflower in the frying pan, but I'm also going to chop up a wedge of cabbage. I want to kind of char. Well, I would have charred it in a dry pan, but there's oil in the pan. But I'll kind of pseudo roast or fry off a little bit of the cabbage, a wedge of cabbage. And then everything goes into the slow cooker then. I haven't got... What time are we on? Coming up for 3 o'clock? No, it's only 2:30. Okay. Oh yeah, I started at 1:30, didn't I? I got my times wrong again. I'll move Tina. Yeah, I'll move Tina forward. Karen, hello, hello. Farmer, I thought you were just a flying visit, no? Oh, I need to... My glasses are... I think I got steam or maybe fat on my glasses. Let me... I can't see through them. I know I'm kind of... To me, I look like a silhouette on screen. I don't know if that's my phone. Nobody's told me. How's the image? There are things I can do. I've got a second brolly that I could bring out. The sun's going to sweep around that way. We're around to the south. We're at solar noon now, aren't we? 2 o'clock in Spain is solar noon. Because Spain is ahead of where it should be time-wise. Like BST, but +1 as well, because Hitler, basically. Don't mention the war. I mentioned it once. I think I can get away with it. We could say Franco rather than the other guy. We could say Franco rather than the other guy. But he was trying to appease the other guy. Oh, a sieve. I didn't mention I'd got a sieve. What else have I got cookery-wise? I've got a lot of gadgets. It's pretty good that I'm a tramp in a field with an electric slow cooker. That's pretty good, isn't it? Thank you, Karen. I've still got your air fryer here. That's you know, it's kind of just in the way on the floor. You wanted that back, I believe, because it doesn't work for me. What we got? Good job. I checked to see what you was up to. I was going to drop some water off. I don't want to be on camera. That's fair enough. That's fair enough, mate. Golden rule number 1: keep moving or lose your stuff. That's loose your stuff. No, that's single O for lose. Lose your stuff, Mike. Mike defies this rule, so people please don't do this at home. Yeah, I guess. So Joby's had stuff nicked in the past. He's also had his camp trashed by vandals. I don't know whether it was kids or not. I've had a few incidents with people throwing stones, and as you know, I've had the gays at the door wanting sex. I'm obviously just irresistible to gay men. Obviously. I can't explain. I always have had a lot of attention from gay blokes, even as a teenager. As a teenager, I had the hooded eyes. I was my face, I've talked about my cheekbones before. My face looked kind of like that, sunken in and with big pronounced cheekbones, even after I had them shaved down and, you know, even after my plastic surgery. But I always got a lot of attention from gay men, and it was never wanted. reciprocated. I don't know what the word would be. I think I need to go and look at these sausages again, folks. They've stopped sizzling. I think I've turned them down too much, or maybe they've gone off. Karen's only bobbed in to say hello. I'm going to cook your lunch. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. You've still not been to the beach? You've been here 2.5 months and not been to the bloody beach. You better rush off a bit. You haven't got that long. Let me go check on my. Let me go check on these sausages, folks. Here's Tina. Look, just to reassure you, she is now. Well, I was going to say fully in the sun. The sun's moved around her. That back paw is in the sun, but that's the only part. She's got her belt on so I can pick her up and move her around. She's got her water. She's eaten her food. Let me do this here. Why has it gone quiet? Oh, it's still on. Oh, look at the juices. Those will go nice. And if I can get those into the pan, that's probably mainly water out of the bangers, though, isn't it? We discussed. Was that last night? We discussed why bangers are called bangers. It was because of water added, excess water added during World War One, and probably World War Two as well. Turn over, you fucker. This is. I'm rendering out fat and water, and not browning. So I'm going to turn it up again a little bit. If I can just. Oh, I can't turn the fucker over. Nearly. There we go. There we go. There we go. Near enough. I've added some colour. That was the aim. That was the aim. I'm gonna turn it back up a little bit. Those juices will be nice. Those will go nice into the slow cooker. Where am I pointing? You're probably missing the picture there. You want to be about there. That's all going to go into the slow cooker with tomatoes, with some chicken stock. I am going to throw cabbage and cauliflower into this pan afterwards. Let me bring the crock from the crock pot. I had no idea. I kept talking about the liner in the crock pot. I had no idea that the liner in the crock pot, technically, that's the crock. That's why it's, oh shit. That's why it's called a crock pot. I caught my solar panel while I was walking past. Got to put that, or caught one of the solar panels. Let me come and get this. I think we're about at that part of the day. See my cardboard box here that was stopping the sun getting onto the fridge freezer. That's not needed at the minute. I'll just put that over here out the way. Here's my slow cooker. I think it's clean. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I cooked bread. That's not a problem. I made bread once upon a time. If you saw the pictures, I didn't do a video. Turned out beautifully. I do want some flour. I have a requirement or a desire for flour. Let me bring this over. This is going to get the sausages. Sausages! I'll shut up with that in a minute. So that bread doesn't, those are just breadcrumbs, they're not going to hurt anything. I'm going to pour all of that into there. We'll add the onions that I cooked earlier, the onions and the cauliflower stalk. Then I'm going to put cauliflower and a wedge of cabbage, maybe 2 wedges of cabbage into there. When they're done, they'll go in there also. And we'll take it from there. I don't know whether there's room for the sweet corn and everything else. I'll grab either a tin or a jar of passata or triturado. Does anybody know the difference between all these different types of tomato? In the UK, you either get whole tomatoes or chopped. Triturado and what's the other one? Tomato frito. Frito is fried. Triturado, I think, is just passed through a sieve. I think the frito is fried and passed through a sieve. I'm no expert. You just want some tomato for the sauce, don't you? A tin of tomatoes, half a tin of water, or some stock or something. These are looking though. I don't know how much of that is fat, how much of that is water, but it'll have lovely flavour. I'm just going to give it a quick scrape, make sure nothing's sticking, burning to the bottom. Not all the sausages have got good colour, but there's some colour. That's good enough. We will. Oh, look at that! You see that one? You see, being called bangers. This one here has exploded at the end. Didn't exactly go with a bang, but they are breaking up. Maybe I've done them too long or too high. Have I got enough hands? No, I have not. Let me get my... Hey Tina girl. Tina! Auntie Karen was in chat. I don't know if she's still there. But let me try this. I don't know how much. Oh, we're facing the wrong way. Hold on. Back to me. I'll do what I can, folks. I'll do the best I can. We're going to pour... You won't be able to see. If I can move that, maybe I can pour into here. Is that, roughly speaking, you're on screen, roughly speaking. Ouch. Yeah. Plastic handle got hot. Where's my cloth? Oh, down here on the... Okay, stand by. 2 seconds, folks. Things get blown around. The wind happens. This year has been ridiculous for windstorm, gale force winds, whatever you want to call them. Oh, look at all that. All those juices are going in there with, oh yeah, with the sausages. And all that other stuff there, all of that, it's not quite fond, it's not really baked to the bottom, but all of that's going to get... What have I got for deglazing? I don't have wine or anything. I've got balsamic vinegar. But when I watch these Americans cooking, they'll put like half a cup in. I haven't got half a cup of fucking balsamic vinegar to spare. I'm tramping a field. I'm going to throw a bit more. No, I don't need oil in there. Give me a minute. I've got cauliflower ready to go. Let me put that in. Some florets. Just a few, because I've already got stalks done. Oh, I'll bring this stuff over. I brought my onions over that I cooked earlier. Put the florets in. Okay, the florets are in. I'm going to put the onions and stuff in. Okay. A little bit. I missed. How did I miss my mouth? My mouth's this big and I missed again. Oh yeah. Tina, did you just pour your water over? Bugger lugs. Okay. Sausages, onions, and the gravy, the jus from the bottom of the pan. I'm going to go put this. You can come with me. I'm going to put this on the in the slow cooker. I'm going to turn the heat on. Oh, I need to plug it in. Probably need another hand, and I didn't bring the stand with me. You might have to just bear with me a little bit, folks. Do I not have tin foil either? Oh, not immediately to hand. It'll do for now. I'll put the towel over. Okay. Let me find the plug. Oh, have a look. Where does it go? Where does it go to, my lovely? When you're alone. Here we go. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Spanish plug, no, English plug to Spanish adapter. That's gonna go in here where this white cable is, because that's the fan and we're not using the fan at the minute. The other one's the fridge in the bottom, the black one in the bottom under there. That's the fridge. Can I won't be able to get that left-handed. I might not be able to get this at all one-handed. Is it that way? Oh, bugger. Hold on, folks. Which way are you? Oh, I don't think I can do this one-handed. Give me a second. Sorry. Oh, don't run away. Don't run away. Can I see it? Oh, I'm the wrong way. Diagonal the other way. Of course it was. Had to be, didn't it? Okay, folks. That's that done. Now you look at me. Don't look at anything too untoward while we're in here. It's all a fucking shithole. And I got various sets of tomato stuff. So I've got tomato frito here. I've also got cartons of is that cream or is that a frito as well? That's a cream. I've got tomato ketchup. I got a tin over here of, whoops, I'm dropping tuna all over the place. I got one here. God, what does that say? Tomato pasado troqueado empedacos. Fuck knows. Chopped. Looks like chopped tomato. I'll take these two. Oh, I'll resume. Misclick. I think my okay, those are starting at still on too high. My okay, I might have just ruined the idea of taking the fond off that pan. I may have just overdone that a little bit. A little bit extra oil. I think it's survivable. It smells sausagey. I need to go and chop a couple of wedges of cabbage. Let me do that now. Hey Tina, can I get past you, sweetheart? Let's do this. Where is my cabbage? In this bag. Let's get a wedge of cabbage. Okay. Where's the chopping board? Take it over there to pour the onions in. You know? You did, and then I set everything on top of it. Of course I did. Of course I did. Hola, buenos días. Hey babe. Oh, let's have a look. That tin looks particularly old and rusty. That might be a bit iffy. But I'll use it anyway because why wouldn't I? Let's take a good slice, about a third of the cabbage, which I will then chop either into half or thirds. Okay. I've got to be careful there with that. Hola, buenos días. Stalk off. Some more. A little bit more in there. A little bit of a V cut there to take that out. I haven't got time to sit here cutting that too much. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's not really a cookery show, folks. I'm not really meant to be showing you the whole. I will just take. There's a little bit of black on that. Oh, yeah. Take that off. Tina, no. Right, that's one. I got three. Maybe we'll call it four. I got 4 wedges. Took a third of a cabbage, chopped it up a bit. Let's go back over here. I will come back to chat in a minute. I will go get another beer, sit down and chat with you for a little while. Once I've done this next stage, I need to just move these cauliflower bits around a bit. I think I've definitely burnt the bottom of that pan. Well, burnt the oil. I was looking to char the cauliflower and the cabbage a little bit. That's got away with me a little bit much. We'll be alright. We'll be all right. I'll try and turn it down a little bit more. I can't judge. There's no markings. It's not like I've got a gas mark 4 or whatever. A little bit more oil. I wasn't meant to be frying. It was meant to go in dry in the first place. But obviously I've done it all a little bit too hot. More olive oil. Tramp in a field with fucking olive oil. What can you say, folks? What can you say? I'm just going to put the phone down here and I'm going to sprint back inside. Okay, just bear with me. It's a teddy bear. It's a Tina teddy bear. Hold on. Beer. I need beer. I need. Wool's a little bit of a word, isn't it? That has connotation. Oh, did I check? You were on. You were on. Oh, the off position, wasn't you? Oh. Check. That's not worked either. What's going on there? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Why is my floor system not on? Oh, there it is. Okay. 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 In and on. Oh. Alright folks, this has all been a little bit haphazard, but we're getting there now. We're getting there now. We're at the main stage. Sausages, gravy, well, sausages, water and onions and a little bit of fat. Let's call it the base of a gravy up in. I've selected my tomatoes. What do you think of this tin? Would you use it? I know some people who wouldn't. It's a little bit rusted around the rim. But you know, tramping a field. I haven't had it that long really. I'll open it and see. I'll open it and give it a sniff test. As long as it's not covered in green and smelling citric, I'll probably use it. I know other people probably wouldn't, but tramping a field, folks, I don't get to throw food away. As long as it gets boiled up, if I get it nice and hot in the pan, it won't fucking matter, will it? It could have Ebola in the can. As long as you get the liquid above 70 degrees, you kill 99% of everything. That's Celsius, for anyone who wonders. I think Ebola dies about 60. What's 60 Celsius? Basically, double, knock up 10% off the result. So 120 becomes 108. And you've knocked 10% off. Add 32 becomes 140. Ebola dies about 140 degrees. Más o menos. Okay folks, I will pick up there. I'm trying to watch over there and make sure I don't. Cabbage with a bit of a darkness to it. It gets quite sweet. It's not a problem to kind of char that stuff. The cauliflower I'm not too sure about. It's a little bit different. Okay, what's cooking, says Marie. I'm doing a sausage casserole and I'm just doing the preliminaries. I've browned my sausages. I've caramelized a few onions, not too deeply caramelized, but a quick caramelize on a high heat. A few almost burnt bits, but that just adds to the sweetness. I've got cabbage and cauliflower on browning at the minute, or charring in the pan, you might say. Hope the pan survives. I'm going to put a tomato base in there. I've got tomato frito and some chopped tomatoes, and I might add like a chicken stock or a veg stock. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that yet. I do have a few other bits of veg that could go in. I've got some peppers, and I've got some sweet corn, some corn on the cob, still on the cob. Something like that. And then it's going to go in the slow cooker, and it's going to sit there and just stew in its own juices for 2 or 3 hours at whatever time we're on. It's about 2:30, yeah, 2:30, 2:45. Yeah, there or thereabouts. So I've got 5 good hours cooking time still in the slow cooker. I only need, because everything's kind of semi-cooked or actually cooked, it's just the sausages that need longer. Oh, I'm going to put some potatoes in. I've got 2 sweet potatoes. I'm going to chop up 1 sweet potato. I haven't done that yet. I'll get that prepped in a moment. I'm not going to do anything with that except chop it quite fine. I might even grate some of it and put it in the liquid once I put the tomato and everything in. I've got carrots as well. I haven't done anything with carrots. Those are a little bit black on the outside. Those will need a scrape first. Something and nothing. Those will need a scrape. I might grate some of those just so that they cook quicker and melt into the liquid. With the potatoes in particular, I'll probably chop half of a potato quite fine and grate the other half, but not necessarily in that order. It's easier to grate it and then chop what's left, isn't it? Don't chop half and then try and grate half. You lose half your fingers. I do have something of a mandolin somewhere, but I haven't dug that out yet. That's in the bottom of a bag somewhere. How well can you see me, folks? Tina's down here. Where are you, babe? Tina's down here, but she's pushed over and she's in the way of my chair. I can't hitch my chair forward like I want to do. Hey, babe. Oh, shall I get you some more water in a minute? You've still got a little bit in your bowl. I'll get some more in a moment. Next time I get up. Back here. Are you gonna have to move over a little bit, darling, or I'm gonna have to put my chair in this bush? I guess I'll work around you, shall I? Like always in life, I'll work around my girl. That's my job. Okay, folks. Struggling to read the screen. I look like I'm in. Hold on. I'm scrolling back because I've missed something. There was Karen saying laters. No, laters. Afternoon, everyone. That was Smithy. I think I saw you arrive. I don't know if I said hello or not, Smithy. I was a bit busy. We all wish we were living near Mike. Share his plot of paradise on the coastline. Yeah, didn't I have a rat run past the tent last night at 2 in the morning? I'm not sure that you're up for it. Use that cardboard. I kept the cardboard box from the solar panel. I always keep cardboard boxes when I have anything delivered for at least 3 to 6 months in case shit needs sending back. What's this doing on the floor? Was this not that wasn't the right lid, was it? Still shouldn't be on the floor. I always keep cardboard boxes because if you have to send something back and you don't have the box, it gets awkward. They get angry with you and annoyed with you. Either the delivery company or the courier or the company that's receiving it. I once had to send 3 office chairs back. Okay, I equipped my office from Tesco Direct. We got these black office chairs, office tables. How did it go? The tables were 40 quid, and if you bought a table and an office chair, it was only like 70 quid. It's like you got the chairs for free. It was cheaper than buying an office chair down Staples. It was like buy a chair and get a table for free. We got about, did we get eight or 9 tables? And we got 5 or 6 chairs. But after about 9 months, 3 of the chairs started leaking the pneumatic fluid, you know, for raising and lowering. They started just leaking, pissing out of the bottom. And they told us we had to fold them up and like repackage them in the original packaging to send them back. And I'm like, after 9 months, are you fucking kidding? No. And actually, we couldn't take them apart. I mean, that was part of the problem with the way that it had seized up and wasn't working. So when the couriers came, and we complained to Tesco Direct, and they'd said just send them back as they are. Okay, no problem. That's not what the couriers said. You're supposed to have collapsed them down. That's not what they said. So we paid package and posting when it came this way. It goes back that way. This is their rules. They said that. Take it up with them. They weren't happy, but they had to take it away. But I equipped my office on the ultra cheap. How did I get here? Why am I talking about office chairs and tables? Packaging, sending things back. Okay, I got my train of thought. Use that cardboard for fuel with a tin of alcohol or cooking fat. Yeah, I've seen that done. Americans use stuff called Crisco, don't they? Yeah. Basically soak the cardboard in a tub of sunflower oil, turn it around inside a tin like a salmon tin or something, and you can light it, or you can put a wick in the middle and go that way. Seen it done. I watch these survival guys. I know the score. Corporal's Corner and all that. I could mention Canadian Prepper, but I won't. Canadian Prepper. Fuck. It's nuclear war every fortnight. And when it's not nuclear war, it's Ebola. No. So there was Marie asking what's cooking. Keith, sign of nature, is dieting. I need to go over actually. I can't hear anything happening with my cabbage and cauliflower. Either the flame's gone out or things are burning and I'm just not noticing. Oh shit. Hold on. I think it's gone out. Are you? It's gone out. Bugger. This might explode in my face. Okay. Well, that's not good, is it? Here we go, folks. They're no different to when I put them in, I don't think. Oh, they're a little bit soft. They've gone soft. Oh, that's not too bad. Try and keep them together as a chunk for now. Sorry, camera work is never my strong point when we're cooking. Let's get this over. A little bit of black on the outside. I took the outer layer off. That's not too well done. The cauliflower's charred. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Cabbage it is. Okay. Okay, that's well underway. If it went out that easily. Yeah, that's done it. Problem is you can't see it in daylight. Oh, here's Tina. Hey babe. There's Tina T. Let me just step backwards in case I say hello to these people. Let's say Tina. Hola, buenos dias. Hello. Hey babe. Whoa. Can I stagger over you without stepping on you? Of course I can. Oh, hand in front of the camera, folks. I thought you were facing the other way. I thought you were facing that way. So I put my hand over the camera. I got it wrong again. Obviously. Wrong again. Tramp in a field. What are you expecting? Okay, put you up here. On top of my... Oh, you're on top of the sugar. The coffee's run out. I was saying last night I need to empty my big chair. One of the reasons I need to empty my big chair inside, there's a jar of coffee in there, this was a very dark coffee. Oh, this one. It was very dark to begin with, but I think being in a glass jar in the sun, I think it kind of scorched the coffee, made it a little bit more acrid, a little bit more. So towards the end it got a little bit more bitter than I liked. But the one inside is like a gold blend. It's that lighter brown stuff. but it's lost in the middle of the chair under a pile of quilts and bedding that might need throwing away. Well, the quilt, one of the quilts certainly needs throwing away. It's literally fallen apart. Let me scroll and see whether there's anything here. Terrible camera work there, DM. Yeah, I'm one-handed while I'm doing something with the other hand. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I'll be getting in trouble again. Too much testosterone. One-handed camera work while my other hand is busy. No, shush. That's not what you called. Mine are 2 to 4 over and still good to eat. Mine are 2 to 4 over. Your what? What's 2 to 4 over? What have I missed? I'm dieting. What's cooking? Chop cardboard into strips. 2 to 4 over. How much difference charge rate wise have you noticed since the good weather? Are you managing to finish the day on a full charge? Yeah, easily. I run my fridge all day, you know, all through daylight. From before sunrise, I'll put the fridge on for an hour. This morning it did start again. It was on 7 degrees plus 7. That's outside the range that I want for refrigeration. 2 to 5 is where you want to be, and even the 5's at the top end of things. It was 7 this morning, but it can't have been there for too long. I put it on early. It runs all day. There's a while. If you look at my solar panels now, do you see like the third panel, the panel that's behind? You see the shadow from the corner? That will creep over the panels. I will lay the panels lower down, further down, and almost flat on the ground later. But that shadow will work its way down and onto them, and I'll move the panels around to try and keep in the sun. At some point around 6 o'clock, we lose the sun in this spot, and I start thinking about whether or not it's time to move the panel around the field and take one of the EcoFlows with it. But I can happily keep the fridge running. I can let the panel get down, let the EcoFlow get down to 50 or 60%, and then chase the sun and get back up to 80, 90, whatever. Sometimes I'll fully charge that EcoFlow and get to top the other one up. Typically I'll end the day with both panels over 90. And that's after having the fan run all day. It's not running now because we're not in there, but that's after running the fan all day and the fridge all day. And yeah, I mean, even now the slow cooker is going to be, the slow cooker on high, which it's on now, really does run down the EcoFlow fairly quickly. It takes about 170 or 180 watts out, and there's only 70 or 80 going in. So it quickly runs that down. But I've got 2, so I swap to the other, turn the fridge off for a while, let it all recharge, let it go. This is the heaviest use, the slow cooker. I could have done all this in a pan on the hob, but why use the gas when you've got electricity kind of piling up? I don't know if you can hear the sizzling. I do need to go and look at my cauliflower and cabbage. Go put that in. Chop up the sweet potato, chop up and grate up the sweet potato, and then it's just sweet corn and pepper. Those won't need that long. I won't take you over there this time, folks. You'll only complain about my camera work. You can sit here and admire the blue sky. I don't know, you can't, or can you? Hold on, can you see the sea from here? If I zoom, no, hold on, I would need to move the camera again and it'll fall over. Oh, the chairs may be in your way. How about from there? I don't know if you can see the sea. It's a thin line just above the roofs of those red houses, or those red roofs over there. No, the chair's in your way. Well, I'll show you that when I come back. Let me zoom back out. I don't think that's back to normal fully. I'll do that when I get back. let me look at this and see where we are, folks. I might need to go and put this into the slow cooker, into the crock pot. Where's my spatula? Okay, we're done. We're done with the cabbage, both sides. Yeah. Okay. That's everything here. That's everything I'm doing here. Off and off. That pan handle is going to be too hot. Okay. Let me do this thing. Let me do this thing. Oh. Okay, folks, I'm just going over to the slow cooker to put these in. Where's my vinegar? I'm going to try and deglaze a little bit of the vinegar. While the, there we go, just while the pan's hot, a little bit of, okay, that's not really going to work. My balsamic is a little bit too concentrated. Bit of water, bit of water. So we can't release all this flavour. Have a go. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay. Now, I don't know if we've got room for much more. Don't we? We'll get a potato in, and then the liquids. Let's go do that. Okay, folks. I don't know how well you can hear me. I haven't got a lot of room left in the crock pot, in the slow cooker. See what happened there. These bits can go in the bag, in the rubbish bag. Let me get one sweet potato out. Oh, carrots! I was going to do carrots as well. Have a look. See what we can salvage from this. Where are you, folks? You're over there looking entirely the wrong way. I'm back over here. Hold on. Oh, for those of you that arrived late, I was going to show you the Mediterranean. Let me just step through from under the brolly. Okay, I don't know how well this shows. It's just there, look. It looks bigger in real life than it does on the camera. The camera somehow makes it look further away. But there's my view from my back garden. A view of the Med. It's even closer around the corner, just off, where's my hand? Just off this way. No, it's zoomed in too much. I get all the way out. There's not a slide. What happened? There used to be a slider for zooming in and out. 2 to 4 years over, but still edible. Okay. Any plans to sweep your kitchen floor? Nice. That's clever. Let me turn you back this way. And I'm gonna just cut off a couple of eyes. Oh, they're not really eyes, are they, on a sweet potato? What do they call them? When they not sweeps, snips? I think they're called snips. I'm gonna grate this a little bit first. I'm gonna grate. I'll do the narrow end. I'm gonna grate this. These might just like boil away and thicken up the... I don't put the tomatoes in yet, but when I put the tomatoes in, assuming I put the tomatoes in... Sorry folks, you're going to be shaking about a little bit. I haven't got anywhere else to situate you. Bear with me, it won't be for long. Won't be for long. Oh. Okay. Knife up the inside of the grater. Up the outside. Didn't get that much actually. Never mind. Alright, I'll chop the rest because I don't want to shake you around that much. I'm going to cut these fairly thin. That way it cooks quicker. I don't want to be waiting around for hours and hours and hours. I want to be eating by, I don't know, 7 o'clock. What is it now? Somewhere around 3 o'clock my time. Let me just put that down. That might be enough potato. That might be enough potato. Especially after I slice it that way. And come back across the other way. Do with a sharper knife. I used to have a sharpening stone. And somehow it disappeared and I've got no knowledge. So I found it under a bin one day. And I've no knowledge of where it went. Okay, those are cubed nicely. Put these the other way up. Slivers. Kind of juliennes. That kind of. Boy, fingers. Okay. Fairly good with a knife generally, but having to press down hard on something so movable and small. Like I said, I'd rather it was a little bit sharper. Wouldn't have to press as hard. Okay. That's those done. Oh, Tina, do you like... Let's have a look. Oh, sorry folks, you twisted in all the shaking. Let's have a look at whether Tina likes a bit of sweet potato. Hey, babe? Is that a yes or a no? Well, if it goes on the ground, it's usually a no. Come on, I'll pick it up for you. You've eaten half. Come on. Oops. There you go. Oh, is it a bit tough for you? You prefer proper potato, maybe? I didn't do proper potato today, darling. Yeah, I think I'd say that she's eaten that. If I could find a smaller piece for her. Last chewing. Here you go, sweets. Here you go. Dad's got a present for you. You don't have to bite it and put the other half on the floor, do you? Okay. Oh. Okay, that's the potato. I was doing carrots as well. Ah. But am I? Quickly, I'll do one at least. Bit of sweetness. If I can find my veg peeler. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, veg peeler. Straight into the bag, I think. Let me just do this, folks. Sorry, I'll be with you in a second. I know it's not the best YouTube video ever. Tramp in a field and all that. Okay. Once I've topped and tailed it, I might actually just keep chopping it with the veg peeler. Oh, how's about that? Hold everything. Wait a minute now. Chopped and tailed, skinned, and I will just have a see. Yeah, again, you've rotated around, haven't you? I'm sorry, folks. I'm gonna I'm not going to chop the carrot, I'm just going to peel it. Keep doing it with a peeler. And then I might chop up the strips, I don't know yet, the way around. Well, fingers. Oh, that'll be fine. Other side. The thin slivers will cook quite quickly. That's not a bad idea. I could have grated them. I could have lost my fingers trying. And I'll just chop up these final bits. These final bits. Alright. If you will just bear with me, I will actually just run a knife over those once or twice. There you go. Okay. Then we're going to add my potatoes and carrot into the mix. And I will also add, I'll add this jar of tomato frito. Maybe a bit of water after I've rinsed the jar out. I've got water. There is water over there. I don't know whether I'll put this tin in or not. I'll grab another beer while I'm there on my way back. You know, it wouldn't be me without a beer, would it, folks? If I'm on video, I'd rather go to have a beer or a coffee or both. Give me a second, I'll be right back with you. About what, a third of a jar of water? Rinse that out. Got a jar of spark here, yeah? So it's doing all the way, but I don't know. And check our 63%, 55 in beer, cold beer, we said, yeah? So look at that. That's really cool. That's all. Next pack. Okay. Let's see about a bit of extra slope here. Get some extra power in. Alright folks, we are fully underway. I'll put my cauliflower away. I'll take all of those in shortly. I'll put the plate over them for now, keep the bag in the shade a little bit. Next beer is with me. Oh, the potato. Half a sweet potato and a carrot left. Okay. Okay, backache. Bending over the table. It's not healthy for me. Tina girl, what's my best way around you, sweetheart? What is my best way around you, darling? Okay, folks, I'm back. I will be reading chat momentarily. Ouch, my back. Okay. Slope, glasses, read. I think I've got cauliflower in my hair. Don't ask how. How much difference charge rate? I think I noticed that. Any plans this week with kitchen floor? I saw that 2 to 4 year over tins, but still edible. Yeah, tins. I would say most tins you get an extra 5 to 10 years, as long as they're not too damaged. There's no dents in them. This one is rusty around the top. But I do live in a field. It is a ring pull as well. The ring pulls probably will never last as long as other things. I said this the other night. Almost every tin in Spain is ring pull. I own 2 tins. I've seen 2 tins in like 5 years that weren't ring pull. Oh, other than corned beef with a silly key. But almost all other tins are ring pull. I was watching Wary Wolf the other day, and he does this. He tries to go out and buy a bargain shop at Asda or Lidl or Aldi. And none of the cheap tins were ring pull. You're still having to use a tin opener and everything. Seems quite backwards. We don't do that here. Maybe somebody who shops more frequently than me can contradict me. I am kind of skewed a little bit because I'm looking at tins that people bring me. I don't go shopping that often. How did you find that plot by the sea? I used to walk an awful lot, my friend. I used to walk from a mile that way and go 10, 12 miles that way. Then I'd walk around Guadamar all day, and then I'd walk back. So I did kind of, I had a familiarity with the area, but my preference was to live in the park, which is 400 or 500 meters that way. But when I got moved on from there, when they came and chopped the trees down that all my things were stored under, I actually headed this way to go. There was a guy who'd been helping me, and he said, if ever you need anything, come to my house. And he told me the street and the house number. So I headed there this day, where I'd been kind of moved on, and I was a little desperate. He wasn't there, and his girlfriend pretended she'd never heard of him. I think they'd split up. So that was all a little awkward, and that was just 50 meters that way. So in desperation, I just carried on walking this way. I remembered this field. I saw this, what looks like a path coming down through the field. I think I've shown this before. Let me see whether I can show you. Do you see over there? Do you see that looks like a path? The field. That's a dry riverbed when the field floods, or when the field used to flood. So yeah. I headed here. I dropped some stuff off. I walked back 5 trips backwards and forwards up to the park to bring all my things down, including bottles of water. And then I headed off just for a walk. And then a thunderstorm happened, and I got back and the field flooded. Ruined everything I owned. A month later it flooded again. A few weeks later the council came and did some flood prevention works at the top of the field. It hasn't really properly flooded since. Hope not tempting anything, but I reckon your neighbours like you. Didn't realise the proximity. There are people walking past who walk dogs, or who are just going to the, I'll say beach, it's very rocky and what have you. There are houses and apartments and things down here. There are houses halfway down the cliffs. If I was still able to go to the other side of this little bay here and look back across, there are houses on the top of the cliffs, but then there are houses, there's like a road halfway down. I think that's Tina's signal that she wants some more water. Let me go and find her a cool bottle of water. And, sorry babe. Oh, let me pass. See if I can find you a cool one. One that's in the shed. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, those are not cool. This one maybe. This one's cooler. I'm gonna have to start putting you a bottle of water in the fridge, aren't I? Keep you a bottle of water in the fridge, so you can have a nice cold drink in summer. Here you go, sweets. Tina water. Agua para Tina, mi amiga. Amiga mía. Agua para mi amiga. Okay. Oh. I have to speak Spanish to her every now and again. You have to remember she's a Spanish dog. It also helps me practice my Spanish a little bit. Not tempting anything, but I reckon your neighbours like you. Some do. There's not many offer me any actual like practical help, but a lot of them will say hello and smile and wave when walking past. Some of them distinctly don't like me. I once had one guy walking home from the pub with his wife, and I don't know, Russian or Ukrainian, can't tell the difference, but he was shouting and ranting and raving. I just sat inside, let his wife tell him off and slapping and tell him to go home. I wasn't going to go out and exacerbate the situation, and no more trouble since, but yeah, I've told the tale as well about the people who walked past, and I kept overlapping them on the way to the supermarket. And when I got to the supermarket, and the first aisle that you walk in has the beer, and I put one case of beer in the trolley, and she just elbowed him in the ribs and said, "See, I told you." I know my reputation. I understand what people think. Cheers. Cold drink, folks. Cold drink on a hot day. Okay, my food is finally in the slow cooker. I probably need to put some water in the frying pan and heat it back up again, just for cleaning purposes. I'll try not to use any kind of detergent, but I might have to. It did get a little bit more charred than I was aiming for. But it's not a proper cast iron pan, I don't think, so it's like shiny on the outside. So I don't think it is. I've never heard of a cast iron frying pan being coated or whatever. I thought, looking inside, I thought it was cast iron. I do have one, I think this one, it's a little one. I picked this one up to do eggs and things. It's very heavy for what it is. It's got thick, I don't know if you can see. No, you probably not see very well. It's only a small one, but it do for like bacon and eggs in the morning. Look how thick it is. And it is all metal and it's not shiny. I think this one might be cast iron, just from the weight. It takes a while to get hot, to heat up the pan. But once it's hot, it maintains the heat. It holds it. Again, one of the hallmarks of a good cast iron. So cast iron you don't, oops, sorry babe, treading on you nearly. Cast iron you don't wash if you can avoid it. If you can avoid using detergents, then avoid it. Just wipe them out, rinse them out. If you're forced to buy something really ingrained in or really greasy or horrible or smelly, you can do, and then you re-season them with hot oil, preferably in an oven though. Don't have an oven. We adapt, we overcome, we do what we can with what we've got. So yeah, key sign of nature. I thought you Smithy, oh Smithy was here a little while ago asking about the, well it is a little while ago now, isn't it? It's 20 odd minutes ago, half an hour ago. Terrible camera work, dear, and that was Marie. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you watch any of my cookery videos, if you watch my first ever video, I said that it was yesterday the anniversary or the day before. I think the day before, and I mentioned it yesterday. Is that right? I don't know which way around it is. The third anniversary of my first video upload was either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember now. If you go and watch that first ever video, you'll get seasick at times. I'm waving the camera around. I'm stirring a pot of food and the camera's pointing over there. It's not even in the vicinity of the food. Some things needed two hands to do. I had to just put the camera down. Tramp in a field, folks. Cheers. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Do you guys not have? Do you not have work? Do you not have jobs to go to? Do you not got a home to go to? What's going on? I thought by coming live in the afternoon, I'd catch a different audience, a different bunch of people. It's the same old, same old. You lurkers, there are lurkers out there. Come and say hello. Come on, talk to a tramp. A quick intro for anyone who's joined and doesn't know what's going on. The channel is Delta Mike, down and out in Torrevieja. Delta Mike, that is my online pseudonym. My pen name, my nom de plume. I'm not a writer, so it's not really a nom de plume. But it's my initials in the NATO phonetic alphabet, DM, Delta Mike. It was an attempt to maintain some level of privacy. There is a bloke out there doxing me left, right and centre. Hey. We won't worry about that. I never watch his stuff. I get told about it by other people, but it doesn't interest me. I laughed at the first one or two, and it's just a bit of a stalker, a bit of a crazy. Anyway, that Delta Mike, down and out Torrevieja. Delta Mike, that's me, or at least the pseudonym that I go by. Down and out in Torrevieja. Down and out. That's a homeless guy, a tramp, a hobo. Let me look. Let me show you. Let me show you. I almost clicked the wrong button. This is where I live. And for 4 months, I lived literally, you see where these solar panels are here? I lived there. Literally there. Then I built a bed over there, a platform off the ground. Then I built a shelter around that bed. And then 4 or 5 months later, when that was falling apart, someone bought me a second-hand tent. 2 ladies bought me a phone. I started the YouTube channel and off we went. And thanks to donations from people like your good selves, I've managed to get an extra solar panel or 2. I bought a thing called an EcoFlow, which is like a battery with a built-in inverter. So it makes the power in the battery. It puts the power into the battery from the solar panels, and it brings it out as either 12 volts, car cigarette lighter kind of socket, USB ports, 2 different flavors, USB-A and USB-C, and a normal plug socket, which is what's currently powering my slow cooker, my crock pot, that's currently cooking my dinner, my sausage casserole over yonder. I haven't added any flavouring yet. I'm going to give it a while, see how the sausages, the onion, the caramelised onions, the charred cabbage and cauliflower, I'm going to see how those flavours meld into the tomato, and then I'll judge what to do with salt, pepper, whether to spice it up a little bit with some piri-piri or sweet chili sauce, something like that. We'll see how we go from there. Salt and pepper to begin with, but we'll see where we go. Where am I? Down and out in Torrevieja. Did I do all of it? I don't think I finished it. Where do we go? Homeless, a tramp, a hobo, a vagrant, an indigent person, a person of no fixed abode. Some might say a bum. Someone who lives rough, perhaps on the streets, or in my case, in a field. I think we might have got that far. In a field. In a place called Torrevieja. That's a city on the southeast coast of Spain. About 50 minutes south of Alicante Airport, 50 minutes north of Murcia City. On the Costa del not the Costa del Sol, Costa Brava South. I was just thinking about some friends who moved down to the Costa del Sol. My brain gets muddled like that. Your donations, I was saying, I think go towards things like my solar panels, my phones and tablets and computing devices and lamps and batteries and cookery gear, stuff like my veg peelers, and these rings I've got. I know these two are still in the pack, but there's 4 over there that aren't. Rings like that for doing pancakes, Yorkshire puddings, or fried eggs, just keeping them nice and round so you can put them on a bun, on a burger or something. Sieves and box graters. Actually, these were gifted. But I put your donations towards improving my life here in this field. Trapped by circumstances, folks. I mean, this is the main crux of the issue. My bank in the UK decided I might not be me and asked me to prove that I was. But they won't let me use any normal means to prove it. I could do like a voice call like this and show them a passport picture and talk with them so they can see it's me and it's live. My passport has been through a flood or two, so the police say it's not valid anymore. I can't get out of the country. My bank say I have to go into my branch in the UK. This is the crux of it. I can't just go into a bank branch here. I can't go to a lawyer and have him certify I'm me. The police or the courts or anything saying yes, this is definitely him. They won't accept any of that. I have to walk into my, not just a branch of my bank in the UK, I have to walk into my branch. And the police here won't let me leave the country. That's technically not true. It's just 50-50 whether I get out, because they keep inventing warrants. They keep setting a court date for something and not telling me when it is. And so 50% of the time, there's like a bench warrant for me not attending court. Never get punished for that because they've never notified me of when that is. You can only get punished if you've been served notice and then don't attend. They keep refusing to serve notice. What can you do? So between my bank and the Spanish police, trapped by circumstance in a field, need money to sort out my legal situation. Need to sort out my legal situation so I can go and get my money. You can see a catch-22 there. And so I've been homeless for nearly 4 years, 3 of which I've been in this field. At 3 as of October the 10th last year, so 3.5 now. Actual, isn't it? As of April the 10th. 3.5 years in this field. My YouTube channel started 3 years ago, either yesterday or the day before. So I think it was the 23rd, so it was the day before yesterday. And I think I mentioned it yesterday in a live stream. Let me fold this up. If my bin is... No, missed. And I've got a second one here that's waiting for the bin. Oh, it's sat on the edge. I got half out of 2. Okay, folks, so that's the backstory. So for anyone who's new here, please come and say hello. You want to have chat open, and you want to select what's called, on my screen, it's called live chat, all messages are visible. The default is called top chat, and some messages will be suppressed. That's not the ideal. That's probably not where you want to be. Especially, we're all grown-ups here. Some of us use a little bit of profanity. Some of us say the words, and those messages may get filtered out. So you want to be live chat all the messages. I just noticed I wasn't right now. David says, no work, I'm retired, Mike. Yeah. Scottish couple in Spain. Barry and Karen, hello. I just need to scroll back a little bit. I think that my chat had stopped updating, and so there are messages I haven't seen. I've got to go back to where I last saw. What's cooking? I'm dieting. Okay. Terrible camera work. I saw that. Okay. Too late. Seeing your t-shirt, hole in your back. That comes from walking through the trees, my friend. I've had to... Let me show you. Barry and Karen, I don't know which one of you is here. Probably Barry, but let me show you this. Do you see these trees? Do you remember when these trees were at the pole and we thought the tree falling over might bring the pole down? Well, the trees are down. They're down horizontal in 4 different directions. For anyone who wants graphic details, over there used to be 2 canopies, and the furthest reach back is my that's where I squat and drop. So I have to get through there. But now, whereas the branches used to be up above me, now I have to get through between the branches, and they will snag me one way or another. It's why I got... Here we go. Let's see if we can do this in daylight. Okay. So last year, you remember I went to Tweety's when Tina got her doggy chariot, and I got a lot of blisters on my toes, and then I wore sandals. Bare feet inside sandals, but with all these open blisters, all these open wounds. I looked down at my feet and there'd be about 400 flies on all the different blisters. But it wasn't just the blisters. I would walk into and get scratches and scrapes from... Even now, look at... Oh, look, it's complaining about the direction of my camera. Even now, I've only had shorts on for a week. I've been in long pants ever since all of these cuts and bumps all got infected. About 10 on each leg, front and back, all over the place. Now, a year later, they're still visible, any of them. Everything got... I would squeeze these and shit would pop off 18 inches, 1.5 feet. Everything got infected. And it's from scratches and scrapes, not just on the trees, but you see these bushes. They look like brambles. They look like blackberries, but they're not. Oh, you see this one's black. You see this? Let me pick it. You see? It just breaks apart into individual drop sacks, whatever they're called, individual baubles. Oh, and they're poisonous and invasive. So I probably shouldn't have done that shit, but you know, I have to demonstrate to you folks the sacrifices I make. I hope I don't die. Oh, I almost dropped the phone. Okay, folks, it's back down. I'm going to scroll. Let me just get the crap off my hands. I've got my alcohol gel or my soapy water out here. I'll just scroll. I apologise if I'm too silhouette. Okay, I'm back to where people were talking about cans being 2 years and 4 years over. Okay. Difference charge rise. I'm working forwards. Afternoon, mate. Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm surviving. David said no work. I'm retired, Mike. Yeah, I think I knew that. As long as you weren't a school teacher. As long as you weren't my school teacher of the same name from back in the day. 1973, Upperwood Junior Infant School in a place called Darfield, just outside Barnsley. He was Mr. Schofield. Pretty sure it was David. You don't really, when you're 5, you don't really get to know your school teachers' names. There's an outside chance he might have been a Peter, but I think it was a David. I've said all along that I thought it was David. So I'm going to go with the gut instinct. Okay, folks. My slow cooker's working away. My pan over there probably needs a rinse. I'm just gonna... Have I got... No, my bottles of water here are all empty. Oh, I got a bottle over here. I'm just gonna put some hot water... no, not hot water. I'm just gonna put some water in the pan. Give it a bit of a steep, a bit of a soak. Like I said, I want to avoid detergent if I can. But I think I did let it get away from me a little bit. We'll have to see how that goes. I brought a cold can of beer out half an hour ago and I've still not opened it, folks. What the fuck kind of drunk am I? I got a reputation to maintain. Oh, guy in the field having a piss. Okay, mate. Don't mind me. They don't even make a proper effort. I said about going under trees to do what I need to do. The guy just stood there wanging it around. The ones who just stand there next to the bus stop, they impress me. There's a row of houses there, apartments. There's a bus stop this side of the road, bus stop that side of the road, main road. It's the coast road, it's the fucking promenade basically. It's just inland a little bit because of scrubland. And they just stand there facing the main road, cock in hand, having a piss. With traffic going past, facing people's houses and apartments. And I'm like, you must be really proud of... They got their back to me, so I can't see what they've got, but they must be really proud of what they're carrying, of what they're packing. Is that... Oh no, that's an older jar. Okay. I thought one of my jars of coffee was on the floor. Okay, folks. Thumbs up if you haven't already. Always appreciated. Let me scroll. Okay, I think I'm caught up with chat, unless it's frozen again and I'm not seeing everything. The last one I see, no work, I'm retired, Mike, from David. You got to stop by again one time, David. I know we're not exactly around the corner, but you probably... I mean, you are mobile. You probably do get up this way from time to time. Feel free to just give me like half an hour's notice and just stop by if you are passing. I was saying about I said Costa del Sol before, didn't I? When I was explaining Torrevieja, and I said because there's some pals of mine that have moved away, and then there they were. Scottish couple in Spain, Barry and Karen. I haven't actually met Karen, I've only met Barry, but I've met him 3 or 4 times now, I think. Yeah. Next time you're up here, mate, I think you get back every now and again. Feel free to drop by. We don't have to do a video or anything, we can just sit and chat. Sit in the shade under the parasol. Or sombria, if you prefer. Hey, Tina. When I went to the shop to try and buy a parasol, and I said parasol, and they had no idea what I was looking for. I couldn't understand. They thought I meant one of those silver things that you put on a car windscreen. I'm like, no, mate, I'm a tramp in the field. And he knew. The guy I was talking to knew that he knew that this was me and the tent in the field. So why you thought I would want one of those reflector things for keeping your car in the shade? I guess if they don't call it parasol, sounds like it should be, because paragua is that's an umbrella. Paragua, parasol. It sounds logical that it would be a fucking Spanish word. It just isn't. Sombrilla. But hey, there you go. I've got 2 of these now. I think I said a couple of nights ago. A lady called Susan bought me one, and this was when she'd arranged payment and everything, and I went up there to the Chino Bazaar to collect it, and then they didn't know, and they didn't know whether they'd got the money or not. It was all a little bit of a confusing thing. But then one day towards the back end of last summer, I came out one morning, like 5 in the morning. I was out in the field for one reason or another, and this one was here in its wrapper. This parasol, this sombria. Let me go this way. I'll. This was packed up in the wrapper, and you see how that's the wrapper over there laying down on the floor. Behind the white chair. Just there. I clicked the button to reverse camera and it took me out of YouTube. I've just had to come back in. But at least it continued for once. Didn't always. But what was I saying? Yeah, I came out in the morning and it was just here in the path. So someone's come into my camp. That's what kind of annoys me sometimes. People who just walk into the camp. The other one, I showed the riverbed. I showed the path earlier. People who will drop off a bag of food on a sunny day like this. Imagine you walk out of your tent. Let me show you again. Imagine you walk out of your tent 6 o'clock at night and you find a bag of food halfway up there. It's like being sat in the sun. You don't know whether it's been there 5 minutes or 5 hours. I don't want to say annoyed, but it's a little bit disconcerting that the nice food that people might have brought you could have been sat in the sun for 5 or 6 hours unnoticed. But coming out at 5 in the morning and finding someone's been in your camp and left a sombrilla, parasol, that's equally disconcerting. Yeah, I don't know, folks. Okay, where are we? My food is on. I need to check where I am power wise. I'll take you with me. We'll have a quick look at where we are. I may have to move the plug from one EcoFlow to the other. So as you know, nowadays, well, if you've been here a little while, I got 2 solar panels. Do you see that shadow at the top? That's about to start impacting on the right hand solar panel. So we can't go forever. I need the food to be cooked. I don't know which panel's powering which. Oh shit. Alright, that's not a good start, is it? Oh, I missed the bag, didn't I? I missed my rubbish bag. Okay. Here we go. Here's the slow cookers here under the towel, bit of extra insulation. Let me step in here and push a button. Okay, this is the one that's powering the slow cooker at the minute. You see 55 watts coming in, 158 going out. It's not really in focus, is it? There. 55 in, 161 out. It's on 25% at the minute. It's focusing on the wire, I think. It can only do another 21 minutes at that rate. So we're probably going to, what I'm going to do down here, let me show you the other EcoFlow underneath is on 99%. The bottom one is on 99%. 60 coming in, 50 going out. I'm going to turn the fridge off here. Okay. 60 watts coming in, nothing going out. And now I'm going to take this plug from here. If I can move my hands, I'm going to take the plug from here, turn that off. And I'm going to put it in here. Oh, if I can, one-handed. Nearly. There we go. I need to turn that on. Did it come on? It did. If you can see the numbers on the bottom one. Nothing coming in. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's on 100%. It doesn't show power coming in when it's fully charged. Nothing in, 181 out. When it gets down to 97%, it'll start showing power in again. I will monitor from over the other side of the field. I can't stand like this much longer. If you see here, this is now charging. 55 coming in, only 3 going out. And it's on 23% and building. So let's, oh bloody hell. Ouch, I'm too old for this shit. As Officer Murta said, do you know how much younger than me he was when he said that? Wasn't it his 50th birthday in Lethal Weapon, in the first Lethal Weapon film? When Officer Murta was complaining I'm too old for this shit, he was 50. I'm nearer 60. How old am I, Tina? I'm 57 at the minute. I'll be 58 later this year. Oh, fuck. Oh. Yeah. And he wasn't living in a field. having to bend over and carry a dog around wherever he walked. Hey babe, Daddy loves his girl. I will carry you to the ends of the earth if you need me to. Or at least to the end of this road and back. As long as you don't knacker my back while we do it. Cheers folks, I don't know how much more jibber jabber I've got left. I was preparing the food, it's in, it'll be cooked in another hour or two. I'm not gonna, it's not really a cookery stream even though I've shown you bits and pieces. You know that I've got no teeth. If I was to sit here and eat, it's not the best looking thing in the world for anyone to watch, so I kind of prefer not to do it. James McDougall, my friend. You and your wife sent me a lot of money towards one of the tents, didn't you? Not this one, I think it was the previous one. Sorry to see I'm still homeless. Yeah, I've said all along, it's very much a holding pattern. There is no real, I don't see a real path forward. Certainly not while I've got a disabled dog whose body is deteriorating under her. Yeah, I'm probably going to sit tight, see out the end with Tina, and then start kicking up a fuss, probably through the press, to try and put some pressure on someone to move forward. It's the only way I see. I don't see any path with my bank. I don't see any path with the Spanish government or the British government, unless they decide to deport me. Problem with that is you get deported, you don't get to take your goods with you. And I have built up quite the collection of goods, as we were just discussing. Solar panels, 2 EcoFlows, slow cookers, TV. What else would I be bothered about? I've got things like chest of drawers and a Queen Anne chair and carpets and things. Electric fan, I'm not bothered about, it's falling apart. Things like tablets and phones and things. Batteries are something in nothing, aren't they? Even though they're rechargeable, and I do really like my rechargeable, USB rechargeable. I've got one of these little octopus cables. Plug it into a USB port, it splits into 4, and you can put a battery on the end of each one, and they just, in an hour, they're all charged. There's no separate charger. You just a USB port, a USB cable, and the 4 batteries. I love it. Lamps and lanterns, and I guess I've got quite the collection of things, but a lot of it I could just abandon. Preferably, if I was under the control, no, not under the control. If the move was under my control, I would contact like a charity shop or a homeless shelter and say, come and get whatever you think's useful. Apart from the solar panels, the EcoFlows, and a few other items. But yeah, no, I'm here, mate. I'm still here, and I don't see any way out of it still. August the 14th will mark 4 years of being homeless, like out in the sticks homeless. Early March was technically 4 years after being kicked out illegally from my apartment. Yeah, you know, I could get all maudlin. I could get all, it's a strange word, isn't it, maudlin? Why is it spelt Magdalene? Is it Mary Magdalene? Is that where it comes from? If I had my tablet, I'd look that up. I will look that up, and we'll cover that maybe on Friday night when we next do a live stream. Okay, folks, I don't know. Do we do another 10 minutes until 2.5 hours, or do we do until 3 hours? If you've got questions, if you've got comments, if you want to just chat and talk, keep the conversation going, and I'll keep the conversation going. But we got a while before my food's ready, I would imagine. And it's not right. It was a chatting while cooking. It wasn't really a cookery stream. I do enjoy these afternoon ones when they're occasional, but I don't mind them, especially with the parasol, the sombria. Nobody answered, I don't think. Would you open that? It's a bit rusty around the top. But it's only rusty from being in my tent. It hasn't been anywhere untoward. It's not swollen, it's not dented. As it turns out, my slow cooker was full. I didn't need it. But if I do want it for something, I might do bacon, eggs, and tomatoes one day this week. If I do open it and it seems okay, I'll probably use it. A little bit of a taste, just to check that there's no ammonia kind of taste or smell to it. No mold inside or anything. But if it seems okay, I'll use it. You are looking at a guy who ate bacon. Did I make bacon and egg sandwiches with bacon that was 9 months out of date? I can't. You'd have to look back at that video. The bacon was definitely 9 months out of date, and it hadn't been refrigerated. It had not been anywhere near a refrigerator in any of those 9 months. Not at all. Just in a tent that reached 40 and 50 degrees Celsius. Probably baked 10 times over in its plastic bag. For those of you that don't like your microplastics in your food, probably not your best. Keith steps in out of nowhere and says no, but to check. Oh, you wouldn't use it, but check the tomatoes. Yeah, I'm not just going to eat them. I'd have to check, open them, sniff. Well, look, sniff, little taste. Any hint of ammonia or an excessive acidic citric kind of taste, spit it out. And I mean, they're going to be slightly acidic. And it's tomatoes, they're acidic, aren't they, by nature? But yeah, any drones overriding your airspace? Yeah, fairly often people fly drones over. Also, despite Spain supposedly having quite strict noise abatement laws, I get people in microlights flying over at 6 and 7 in the morning. You're not supposed to make any serious kind of noise until, I think it's 8 o'clock. So workmen, pneumatic drills and roadworks and stuff, except for extreme emergency, like a gas leak or something, not supposed to make noises. But microlights fly over quite regularly. And the other ones, the parasail? I was going to say parasol again, that's that. You know the ones, a parachute and a big fan strapped to his back while he trundles along in the air. If he can trundle in the air, I'm not sure. Parafoil? Parasail? Paraglider? One of those. He's a para something or other. You get all of those. 6, 7, 8 in the morning. And you would have thought someone would complain. Some of them do a loop around the field. I'm sure some of them come along with a like a heat sensitive camera to have a look at the tramp camp, see what kind of fucking mess I'm making of it, see what's going on inside the tent. I don't know. How well does infrared work through a tent? I don't know. There's no bulging on the tin. No, there's no bulging. There's no dents. There's no nothing. A little bit of rust on the lid, and especially on the ring pull, and on the seam around the top. But it looks intact. It feels intact. It's really solid. There's no bulging either on the top, the bottom, or any of the sides. No indentations. It's not been knocked around and banged around. It's just been in the damp for too long. Probably got this before last summer, and what happens is in summer it gets so hot you don't want to cook, and then other tins have been piled on top on my veg rack. The shelves of my veg rack, I think there's 5 shelves, 5 drawers more correctly, and stuff gets buried on the bottom. The top 2 drawers are just mayonnaise, mustard, barbecue sauce and similar condiments. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, ranch. I don't fucking know. So much aioli. And so much of it, the shape of the aioli plastic containers, they get knocked about a bit, the lid comes off and they just leak everywhere. So much just gets thrown away before it gets eaten. Oh, and the other one is, what's the word? Melocotton. Peach jam. If I haven't got 8 jars of peach jam, I don't know what to do with it. I was thinking of doing some kind of, what's the, like a bread and butter pudding, but one with fruit. Instead of just bread and butter, so one with fruit in between the layers of bread. Also, I could do rice puddings with a load of... Ah! What happened? Rotate, you are live. Rotate, you are live. I got below 5% on the phone and it just cut off. I didn't see any warnings at all. Give me a second, I have to work out how to untangle these wires. I think I can just unplug that one. We're only on 28% on this. Hold on folks, bear with me. It is a teddy bear this time. I think I can do this. I've got to get past this particular wire. How am I going to do that? Move that over there. I think I'm clear on that. I'm clear here. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Are you sure about that? Which one? One of these is... It's this one. Will it reach? No idea. Will it reach? Hold on. Ah, fuck. This is a faff, isn't it? Yeah, I got no warning that I was about to run out of power. Can I put that there? And that there. Hold on, folks. I'll be right with you as soon as I can get this cable plugged in. Where can we route this cable so it doesn't cast a shadow on the solar panel itself? Okay. Over there a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Wait a minute now. Fuck. Well, that was... Wasn't it? Isn't it? Doesn't it? It was, isn't it? Doesn't it? Alright. A little bit more. There you go. Ooh! Hey, Tina girl. Gotta get around the back of you again. Hop up and over. Fuck. Honestly, folks, this has been like a disaster from start to... I'm standing on my shoelace again, look. Disaster from start to finish. I got absolutely no warning there. No plinks or plonks or bings to tell me that that was about to go off. And I still had 5% battery. Just turned off. Until I plugged power in. Did you get any sleep? Oh man, last night. What time did I finish? We did 5 hours. From 10 o'clock was it? Or from 10:30? What did we start? I think we started on 10. So we must have finished about 3. I took Tina for a walk, I think. Do you know, I woke up this morning and I couldn't remember whether I'd taken her for a walk or not. At like 3 or 4 in the morning. Pretty sure I did. I just can't confirm it. I was intending to. I think I did. I've got a memory of walking her in the dark, but I'm not sure if that was like the 9:30, 9:45 walk, or if that was the 3 or 4 in the morning walk. So I took her out nice and early this morning when I woke up. So no, I didn't get. I got some sleep, but not much. Probably 4 o'clock, 4:30, well, 7, maybe. I think I've live streamed too much this last 7 or 8 days. I think I've done about 25 hours now. or headed for. Because I did 5 last night. If we hit 3 hours here, I think I will have done 25 hours in the last week. 8 days, Sunday through to now. Is that 8 or is that 9? Depends how you count, doesn't it? Depends how you count. But yeah. It's starting to feel like a job, folks. Am I Asmund Gold or something? Doing all the streaming. I am now a professional streamer, maybe. And we did, what did we hit last night? 22 or 23 thumbs ups. That wasn't bad. That's the first time in a long time we got above 20. We're on 14 right now, hint hint, if there's any of you watching that haven't hit the button already. Would you like me to, oh, can I? Where am I for power? No, I'll wait until we get a bit more power on the phone and then we'll go and look at the, I'll go and stir the food. Tina girl, watch your water. Careful, careful. Wait. What are you chewing? What have you found? I didn't give it to you, so you probably shouldn't have it. She had a bad stomach. Was that last week or the week before? She had a bad stomach for 3 days through eating something that I'd not given her. How about this, darling? A little piece of carrot. No, it's not carrot. Is it a potato? Oh, I'm not sure if that's carrot or sweet potato. Here. Here you go. You'll like it either way, won't you? There she goes. Oh, there's bits of carrot over here, look. Little strips that I shaved off and dropped. Here we go. Here we go. Have that one. There we go. And then here's another. Because I used the veg peeler to cut my carrots. But then I've dropped a couple of pieces. Let's see whether we can, she's looking at me, I think she wants the next piece. Oh, I missed that button. Here we go. Hey babe. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, hey. You're not going to, okay. You turn your back to your audience. How do you intend to become an internet sensation if you're going to have your back to the audience? Alright folks, what can we talk about now? I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, can you tell? Just checking on my solar panels, look. You see the top of the right hand panel is just getting a bit of shadow. Once you lose 5 or 10% of the surface, you quickly lose power. You end up with nothing coming in off that panel. Got to watch for that. Got to be careful, because I've still got, the slow cooker is a really high drain device. Almost 200 watts, 180 watts out, 160, 180 watts out. And the sun's over there, so the sun's coming in basically behind those panels, but only landing on them because of the slope. I can move one around and put it on the floor in a little while. After that, I'll have to let it drain the batteries down a bit, and then I'll be moving the panels the other side of the field just to top things back off, top them up, and hoping that I've cooked the food enough. In fact, I can move, if I change it's on high at the minute, the slow cooker. I could change it now down to at low, just to maintain temperature, and it'll probably use about the same amount of power coming in. Let me go and do that. I'll take you, oh, can I take you with me? We'll have a stir of the food at the same time. I think I can, as long as we're above 5%. I think I can take you and show you. Yeah, I think so. Let's have a look. And we'll stir the food while we're here. No barking. Oi, no barking. You barking at the birds? I don't think there's people coming past. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh. I'll turn this way. I'm going to turn it down. If you look, can you see can you read those settings? It's on high. There's low, that's the next setting down. Warm is the lowest, that's a really maintenance temperature. I'm going to turn it down to low. I'm going to take the lid off. I've got a slotted spoon for stirring. Let me get that ready. Tina, enough darling. It's bubbling away in here nicely, look. You can see that, I hope. We're going to just turn it over so the stuff from the bottom comes to the top, stuff from the top goes back down in the liquid. That's my sausage casserole, folks. Happy UnChristmas. This is me cooking because I couldn't cook on December the 25th, so I'm cooking on the 25th of every other month, or trying to, wherever feasible, where the weather allows. So we've now turned it down. We turned it down, did we? We turned it down to low from high, and we've stirred the food, and we'll give it maybe another hour, and then it should be good to go. Oh, these aching old bones! I told you. Too old for this shit. Office of Murder. Let me see whether I can just move this panel further. Yeah, I can move the panel further down so it's not in that shadow. In another quarter of an hour, half an hour, I'll just move it over here onto the ground, and then later on I'll move it over there against the old coffee table. Lean it there, facing behind to see the sun, and we'll take it from there. Hold on, let me just... The field, for anyone who's joined late, the field's looking good though, yeah folks? I mean, look at it. It's like meadowland. I mean, the ground is all like builder's rubble. It is all rock just below the surface. But it does get weathered and broken up by the rain and stuff. But look at these lovely flowers. Can we get the focus right? There we go, look at them. And some of them are like 3 and 4 foot tall. This one, I think it's gone to seed. That's a good 3 foot tall. And the rest, look at the rest of the field. But look at the dead tree, all fallen over. But apart from the dead trees, their roots basically just can't get far enough into the ground to maintain themselves. There's an olive tree over there and over there. You get people coming around with their plastic bags to collect the olives. Let me put the camera back on. No, I was going to put it back on me, but let's put it on her ladyship. Hey babe. Hey babe. Oh, you just had a plastic container fall on you. You don't want that. I'll put that in the bin. There you go. Here's a Tina girl, eh? Hey babe, say hello to your audience. Yeah, Tina the internet superstar. Hey babe, do you want water? You've pushed it away, I know, but I think you probably want it really. It's a warm day. Have some waters. Tina's water. Yes, yes, yes. Go on. Agua para mi amiga. There we go. There she is. I knew you wanted water really, even though you'd pushed it away. Daddy knows, you know. Daddy knows. Okay, babe. Oh, let me get back up because I'm too old for this. A can of beer is warm but still half full. Okay, folks. Food is cooking. Won't be too much longer. Half an hour, maybe an hour at most. What time are we on? Oh, I've scrolled. 4:15. Somebody's liked something I've said on Twitter. Let's... Okay, it's Oh, Tina! Water doesn't come easy, darling. Don't just fucking throw it around. Oh, what's that? I got something downloading there. Okay. Oh, I'd stopped everything downloading. Why are you downloading? You're not supposed to be downloading right now. Bloody flood. Alright folks, that's just my the app I use for downloading. I told all the apps to stop before I went live so as not to steal my bandwidth. And one of them's carried on running. And stealing my bandwidth. I hope it hasn't affected. Oh, fuck. Really? I hit 5% again and the camera went off. I hope we're all still here. Fuck. I dropped from 9% to 4%, up to 5%, sorry, just in the time I went over there and then showed you the field. That's not right. Okay folks, thumbs up if you haven't already. What are you doing? Come on, get on with it. We want 20 thumbs ups at least for this stream. Ideally, you know, it's not a hard and fast thing, but ideally. Thank you, whoever that was that just did that. Cheers. Cheers to everyone that's hit the thumbs up already. And to anyone else who just subsequently, or consequently, whichever way around. Tina throwing your water around. It's just a car driving past. I have definitely talked online too much. What did I do? I did 6 hours last Tuesday. That's a while ago now, that shouldn't be affecting anything. Was it 5 hours on Friday, 5 hours last night, and coming up on 3 hours today. I'm a tramp who lives in a field. I go days, if not weeks, without talking to real people. My throat isn't used to this. This is why I have the lubricant. I got the end of the cauliflower. Just need to throw in. I don't want that laying around and polluting my table. There are a few other bits of veg laying around. Tina, quiet. It's okay, it's just people walking past. It's okay. Tina's okay. Daddy's okay. A little bit too old for stone throwing, so they're probably not a danger. I do hesitate when a group of young men walk past, but usually it's younger lads. 8 to 13 or 14 can be a problem, especially now that the tarp's all bust on my tent. If you've not seen that earlier, let me show you. Can you see the rip there? So I've got tarp coming down this back side, but then from the first ridge to the second ridge, the tarp is entirely ripped, exposing the tent. The tent there isn't waterproof anymore, and it's also concave, and water will sit in there and find a hole in and leak into the tent. These latest, I call them tarps, but they're technically ground sheets. They've not stood the test of time like previous ones have. Unfortunately, I think Aldi, but they might have been Jisk, but I think Aldi. Tina girl, careful. Oh, knocking the stand over. I'm going to move that water if you don't stop knocking it. I'm either moving the water or I'm moving the dog. Which do you think? I have scrolled back accidentally. Let me come back forward. Drones overseeing, press lid of tin. Yeah, we tried that. Did you get sleep? Ground hopper happy. Well, That's a name and a half. Afternoon, Mike. How's you? I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Just cooking food at the minute. I am the stream is titled Happy UnChristmas or Merry UnChristmas. I can't remember which I went with. 25th of the month. I didn't get a good Christmas. I did. I had an okay Christmas. I didn't get to cook my own Christmas dinner until about the 28th, 27th, 28th. Before I cooked my own. I think did I make a video of that? I think I did, and I think, isn't that the one where I made a mess of the gravy? My gravy was a bit lumpy, and my Yorkshires didn't. I think I did one big Yorkshire, and it didn't rise. Tried to do it in a frying pan, because obviously I haven't got an oven. If anybody's got an idea of how to jerry-rig something resembling an oven over a gas ring, I mean, obviously a metal box sat on the gas ring with some kind of shelf halfway up would be the way to go. But I haven't got, I can't think what materials. I've seen someone do it over an open fire with an oil barrel, a metal oil barrel that's been, I assume, professionally cleaned out. But that kind of thing, if you've got something that's round, you can sit a square shelf in it as long as it drops to a level and sits above the bottom. But that was a big open fire. If I do an open fire here, I get plod on me within half an hour. At least I did. If you look at how green it is around here, I'm pretty sure nobody could complain about a campfire right now. And I've got all this dead wood in these trees. As long as I don't have lots of embers shooting off and towards the dead trees. As long as I don't have lots of embers shooting off towards the dead trees to cause like a forest fire, wildfire. I've never seen this field, so... well, I've used two words, haven't I? I've used verdant and I've used fecund. I can't think of better words. It's full of bees and butterflies. These meadowland flowers have never been here before. These bramble-like berries are everywhere. They're invasive, they're poisonous, they shouldn't be here. They should be knocked back. Those might be part of the reason that some of these trees are dying, because it is packed with them right under the trees. I'm not sure. I'm not a botanist or even a gardener. I don't know, folks. Let me scroll. How much is the tarp and where do you get it from? Well, there's a question. Oh, I've missed a couple. Hold on, let me just go back. Afternoon, Mike. How are you? That was groundhopper hoppy. I keep wanting to say happy. Do I know you by a different name? Google stroke YouTube switch the way they show names nowadays. Are you known to me under a different handle? Because they switch from using the long channel name to, or long account name to the short @ name. I'm not sure. You sound kind of half familiar, but not really. Sign of Nature, Keith. You've got a water delivery later, I reckon. You talking about Karen? I think she said she was going to bring some water. Probably not today because I'm online. I don't know. Put mesh protection over it, maybe. I've got one more ground sheet, not a tarp. Again, it's like 5.5 meters by 2.5 meters. Would pretty much cover my entire roof from end to end, but it's fuck off bright blue. So I would have to take off what I've got on, put that on, and then put these back over the top. I might do that soon. I want to maintain this tent through summer. How much is a tarp? Tarps vary depending on length, width, overall area, obviously length by width, but also colour. So if you get green or camouflage or something, they tend to be more expensive. You can get them from the Chino Bazaar. I had a big one for about 18 or 20 euros once. I've had much, I had one that was a lot bigger, big enough to cover the tent from ground up and over to ground on all four sides, on, you know, in both axes. And that was, I think that was 40 something. That's from the Chino Bazaar. That actually lasted quite a long time. We put that up about a month after I put the tent up, after we put the tent up. We put the tent up initially with the old tarps from the previous tent as like a disguise, so that we didn't have people driving past either on the top road or this little track. We didn't want the police coming round. So we made it look just like the old tent. Old tent down, new tent in, same tarps over the top. For about a month and a half before those started to fall apart. And then we put a new tarp over, and I think we put the old tarps back over for a little while. And then as they fell apart, I took them off and revealed the brand spanking new one. And that was on for almost a year. But that was 40 something euros, I think, that big one. And I don't think it came from the Grand Bazaar. His quality is Chino. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's, yeah. What if you put a little pull along caravan where you are? Would they shift you on? I don't know what the status is there, because it's not public land. They have no right to move me on ordinarily, unless the owner of the property complains and trespasses me. And as far as I can tell, people have tried to get hold of the owner, and either they can't trace him or he's not bothered. I don't know what the score is, but almost 4 years later, or 3.5, isn't it, in this field, 3.5 in this field. Now, as for putting, like, people have asked about caravans, trailers, motorhomes, whatever. From this track into this field, there's quite a drop down. Also, I'm not a driver. So the logistics of getting stuff in here, I don't know. I know nothing. And I'm not sure. I would imagine straight away there would be complaints from the people in these apartments at the top. In the same way as when I arrived, there were people on Facebook, look at this shit, how do we get rid of him? They got drowned out by people saying, he's actually a really nice guy, maybe you should help him rather than try and get rid of him. They were swamped out by people telling them to fuck off and stop being a dick, basically. But every now and again I had the police come around, and I always felt it was usually as a result of a complaint from somebody. Someone who'd come out to their holiday home, to their, you know, their holiday apartment, and they're looking out on a field with a tent in, and they'd complain. Maybe just at the mere existence of the tent, maybe I started to sprawl a little too much with tables and chairs and things. Maybe it was the water bottles and mess. I don't know. I always felt that the police were responding to complaints. They weren't just coming out at random. But I have now, I do seem to have established with them the fact that this has got fuck all to do with them. It's like a neighbour complaining that someone's put a garden shed in their garden. It's like, and? You don't get to dictate what someone does on private land. Now, I'm not the actual landowner, but the landowner's not complaining. It's not public land, it's private land. It's got nothing to do with the police. They've arrested me about 5 times here. I did pick up a couple of convictions. I don't fully understand what they were, but it's like not having ID and stuff. Hey, stop it. There's nothing, there's nobody there. What are you barking at? Birds? Cat? Is there a cat somewhere in the field maybe? Don't know. So yeah, I don't know, folks. A long rant just to say I don't know. I don't know what the score would be with a caravan. I can fetch you a few things when I'm over, if you don't mind, and take you for a nice breakfast. That'd be lovely. Always happy for to be taken out for a meal if I can get Tina there with me, or to receive a donations here. Sit and chat here. We've got tables, chairs, umbrella, parasol, sombrio, whatever the hell you want to call it. Always happy to have visitors. I think the last guy that came through through YouTube chat was Scotty, I think it was. Josie's been, she's kind of a regular now. I kind of don't, I don't count. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? I don't count that as like a new person coming out. I think Scotty was the last new person who came. And his wife, I'm going to say Lisa. There was always, in my mind, there was this Lisa Linda thing, but I'm fairly sure we settled on Lisa. I am bad with names and faces for the first few times. Give you a shout when I'm over. Stay safe, speak soon. Yeah, Delta Mike Torrevieja at gmail.com. The email link is in the description of almost every video. Or if you catch me on a live stream and just say, hey, we're coming out next Saturday or whatever, that'd be lovely. Always happy to meet people and receive gifts, donations. How are we gonna? The grift is strong with this one. Hey, babe, what are we barking at? Do I need to hit somebody? Do you think that someone come down the track and gone in the tent? That's always a risk because I've left the door open just for airflow. Lots of flies, folks. I've run out of fly spray. Almost run out of fly spray. So many flies. You see how, like I was saying before, you see how well the field is doing. So are all the biddies in the field. Slugs, snails, flies, mosquitoes. Yeah. We got the full, spiders, oh my god. So not this last week, but the week before, I had 2 spiders a night, that big. That is like as big as my head almost. 2 per night crawling over me in bed. I had one last night, but that's the first one in the last week. That's the first one in the last week. I think. But prior to that, 2 a night for an entire week. The ones with really long legs and really small, bright red bodies. Here we go. Keith, free man of the land, steps in. You've established your lawful standing with the authorities. Next, you'll be recommending that I go for adverse possession. If the owner's not going to do anything with this land, and if I'm here long enough, it becomes mine. And in law, there is such a thing. Technical term, adverse possession. But I have already expressed it's not my intention to rob the rightful owner of his land. It's not my thing. A little corner, sit my tent, my solar panels, survive, and maybe thrive. That's all. I don't want to take ownership of his land. I don't even know where the boundaries are. I don't know how many. This piece of land could be 10 different plots for all I know, or it could be one huge one. Could be worth millions if you want to put a block of, you could build a whole estate here with a whole complex, an urbanization, all of the apartments and a swimming pool and tennis courts, and you do all the things. Tramping a field, even if I gained ownership of the land, I wouldn't know where to begin to actually do the investment and make things happen. So I'm not after that. Don't turn up unannounced because defense options become deployed. I mentioned this last night, didn't I? Who was it? Someone said, what are you going to do if I just turn up at your door one night? And I said, probably smack you. Like I did with the gays. A love tap to the back of the head, a kick on the arse, and get gone. Sexo, sexo. He says, pulling his pants down and revealing his ass, thinking I'm just gonna backstab him. Can we put it that way? Can we say backstab? Bum. Can we say? He thought I was gonna just bum him there and then in this pathway. Shush, shush. Tina, quiet, quiet. Quiet, quiet. Just a lady with a doggy. I think it's a lady. Get myself in trouble now. I think it's a lady. Oh, it sounds like a man. Oh, I think I got it wrong. Tina, quiet, quiet. Quiet, quiet. Shush, shush, darling. Shush, shush. Oh, yeah. Definitely a man. Fuck. I hope I didn't say that too loud. Oops. All the ists and phobes again, folks. Transphobe, homophobe, whatever. I'm the misogynist. Tina, enough. Basta. Suficiente. Calmate, amiga mia. Tranquilo. Tranquilo. It's okay. Relajate. Relajate. Relax. You're okay. I know there was a doggy. I know there was a doggy. Maybe two. Yeah. Okay, folks. We've hit the 3-hour mark. I think I'm about done. I will, if you like. I'll take another. We can have a final look at the. Let me have a check where I am. I'm on 14% for power. I could sit a jibber jabbering for longer, but we're not hitting 20 on the thumbs ups, and we're below 10 on the viewing. So it says to charge your phone, tap here, blah blah. But I'll take it. We'll have a look at the at where we are with the food. It's probably about done. I might just leave it going a little bit longer. Oh, okay. I got to turn an alarm off that just started. At least I hope it just started. 3 o'clock, yeah? No, it's after, isn't it? How long has that been going then? I don't even know where this is. Hold on. Oh, wrong way up. Wrong way up. Dismiss. Oh, okay. I just remembered. It was always set for 3 o'clock. I just changed it the other day to 4:30. Basically, it's the time that these panels start to get shade from the tent as the sun goes round. The more we get towards summer, the later in the day that gets. So I did just readjust that alarm from 3 o'clock to 4:30, which is where we are now because I started at 1:30, didn't I? Well, I was a bit late. I was a bit late. Yeah, and we've had a couple of outages as well. Let me just scroll. I'm gonna get my spoon. I got my spoon for stirring, my slotted spoon. Okay, folks. Kneeling down on the floor again. Flies, go away. I'll do this. Look, here's the slow cooker. Even on, you remember I turned it down to low from up full before. It's still bubbling away a little bit. A little bit of a stir. I would guess that's all ready. That's all edible now. That's all ready. There is my happy UnChristmas sausage casserole. Oh, I haven't flavoured. I might have to sample it in a little while, and maybe just add some, either a gravy. I didn't do stock. I've just done tomatoes. I'll start with salt and pepper, and we'll work from there. I think I've just spilt some. A little bit of cabbage from off the floor. 10-second rule applies, especially when you're tramping a field. Okay, folks, I think we're going to call it quits about there. Give me a second. Oh! Again, a click on one of the controls in YouTube took me out of YouTube. People walking past. Okay, folks. I think we're going to call it quits here. I'm going to say cheerio to you in the manner to which you may have become accustomed if you've been here before, if you've been here a while. And Here we go. Hello, babe. Oh, goodbye, babe. Are you going to say goodbye to everyone? Let me tuck... Hold on, let me just tuck your collar back in here. Look where it belongs. Here we go. Tina, Tina girl. Tina doggy darling. Oh, do you know what? We're on 2 hours 27, it says here now. I will just hold on, if you don't mind. We'll just hold on another couple of minutes. We'll try and hit 2.5 hours. Not that it makes any difference to anything. Anything under 4 hours. This post will take about 18 hours to be post-processed by YouTube and chat replay and everything to be available. But I've enjoyed speaking with you all. Thank you for joining me and Tina this afternoon. I'll just put the camera back on me for a minute. We're not quite ready. We're just gonna, oh, look at that. Can's empty. Who knew? Oh, all of that bending down over the crock pot, over the slow cooker. I'm just going to sit down before I fall down. Little bit of lightheadedness. Oh, Keith. Any authority challenges your authority. Tell them you're a living executor. Jus in rem, not a quasim persona. So I'm a real person, not a legal person. And you're a crewman creditor. We're back to naval law, aren't we? My favourite conspiracy theorist, a free man of the land, and who believes all law stems from naval law. This stands up in admin court. I don't know that it does, but I enjoy reading it anyway. I always... Oh, why does that not work? Where's chat gone? There it is. Okay, folks. I'm reading 2 hours, 29 minutes and 30 seconds right now. I'll give it another 30 seconds and then we'll do the goodbye from Tina thing. And then I might have to move solar panels around a little bit and the EcoFlow. See, you see the EcoFlow here on the table. This is the original EcoFlow, my EcoFlow River 2. That's connected. The wire is over here at the minute, but that panel over there on the right is about to get the shade on it, even though I've moved it, that top right corner. So I've got a little bit of work to do. Let's have a see. Right about now, I'd like to toast you all with another beer. You know, I'm going to do that. Hang fire here. Don't go anywhere just yet. I am literally about to say goodbye to you, but I want to do it with a beer in my hand. And it is a hot day. It's even hotter in the UK, so you want me to have a cold beer as well. Hold on. Wait a minute now. What year is it? Who's the president? Have a look here, Tina girl. Tina. I just opened my fridge and I have got these tiniest of tiny little flies crawling around on the plastic covers of things. I don't know why. As far as I know, nothing's leaked. Everything's covered, but they're in there. I don't know where they come from. I assume you buy things and there's insect eggs on the outside. You put them in like an airtight container, like a fridge or a freezer, and a day or 3 later, tiny little biddies running around. Cheers, folks. Cheers to you. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Happy UnChristmas, the 25th of May 2026. Cheers to you. Oh, that is ice cold. Any colder, it'd be like a slush puppy. A beer slush puppy is not the nicest thing in the world. When the water freezes and you're left with a concentrated stuff of the tasty stuff. I've got to be careful of power again, because it does tend to run away with me. Let me see where I am for power. I'm on 9, so I've got to be careful. Okay folks, I am about to do the goodbye from me and goodbye from her thing. Okay. If there's anybody there that hasn't hit the thumbs up yet, you know, it's always nice if we could try and hit 20, if there's a couple of you out there. Tina girl, hey babe. Hey babe, can I get down here? And can we do that? No, she's trying not to. Look this way, you bugger. I want you to say goodbye to your audience, to your fans. Tina doggy darling. What if it was Ismo that was watching? Uncle Ismo. He's not, but what if it was? That's Tina, guys. So from Tina, here we go. From Tina. And from me, Delta Mike, I thank you for watching me this afternoon, for bearing with me through the trials and tribulations of a tramp trying to cook in a field. Initially in one frying pan over there, and later on in one slow cooker over there. I thank you for joining me, and I wish you all the best. From Tina, and from me, Delta Mike, out. Catch you later, folks. Cheers.